Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the channel. Let me just put my headphones on. Yo, what's happening, people? I hope you guys are doing well. What a big game today, man. What a huge, massive game. Let me just check my audio and turn this off. Here we go, guys. Man, what a game today, guys. This is where it's all at. It's like this every week, though, yeah? Every week we come on, it's the same thing. It's a cup final. It's where we want to be because we want to see what the pressure's like on these kids. We want to see the situation of our guys being under pressure. And I got Tony coming in as well. So let me just... What's going on, Tony?
Hey, how you doing, champ?
Not too bad, man. Let me get this thing back up in there. Let me put the team sheet back up.
Is that an Arsenal top you got on there?
Yeah, this is the new range. It's the new range that they just put out in the shop. Really good
nice.
range, actually. Yeah, really nice.
That's really nice.
I've gone for that. I'm a big fan of the then we played in the hybrid and we put the original maroon tops on, the purple maroon tops.
Yeah.
So I'm a big fan of that. So any Arsenal gear with that color set in it, I love it, man.
Yeah.
You know,
cool.
One of my favorite shirts.
Really nice.
One of my favorite shirts was the white shirt with the maroon outline. Remember when we were playing Chelsea, Liverpool in the Champions League? Yeah. So, yeah, man. And so let's go through. We got quite a bit to cover, guys. So let's talk about this T-sheet, and then we can talk about the kit and all this other stuff and William Saliba. So the big shot, guys, is Ramsdale. I kind of knew Ramsdale was back. I got a text about 11 o'clock this morning. I did send it to the guys in the chat, and then I said to them, guys, Ramsdale was back in training. Actually, I think I put it on the forum as well. I said Ramsdale's back in training. So we kind of knew that from this morning. All the reporters that was there were kind of reporting that he had a chance that he could play. So I think that that's what sort of capped off on that. The biggest shock, though, is Tierney isn't playing and Tavares is in. What's your thoughts on that, Tony?
I'm comfortable. The boy's been chomping at the bits. I'm pretty certain. You know, I have confidence in this kid. You know, he's shown us enough already to say that he's got some very good footballing brain, and he's fast, he's physical. He's a big guy as well. So, yeah, I'm not in any way perturbed to see Tavares in. That's what we need. We need to know that when a player is unable to play, whether that be Tomiyasu, whether it be White, whether it be Tierney, we've got capable guys coming in to fill those numbers. That's something we can't say about all the pitches, places across the pitch. But certainly in this situation, I'm not unhappy in any given way.
So let's give everybody a shout out, and then I'll finish off with the team sheet. What is going on, everybody? Big shout out to Cool K. There's Cool K saying, "Oh, I can't wait for the new kit topic." Martin says, "Let's go, Gunners." Gary says, "Evening to you as well, Gary."
Hey,
I hope you're looking forward to this game. Gary says, "Big game, looking forward to it. Come on, you Gunners." Come on, Palace. Who could that be? Oh, you know why? Because, we're streaming live on Twitter, we're live on YouTube, we're live on Facebook 101, and we're live on Footy Banter 101. So it's the Footy Banter page. We've got a Palace fan in there, that's for sure. Bobby says, big shout out to you, Bobby. Bobby Borman says, "I'll be slightly worried if we lose tonight's game. Spurs fixtures looking good for the rest of the season. Unfortunately, Spurs have got to host Arsenal, so they got to worry about that. That's going to be the game that's going to make or break them." But remember what I said.
Play one other big team. Is it Liverpool?
Yeah, they got Liverpool at Anfield. But remember what I said, guys. Arsenal can literally afford to lose 2 games and still beat Spurs. I mean, that's the cushion. You don't want that cushion, but it's there. Yeah, Spurs right now, as we speak, are level on points with us, but they've played 2 games extra. So if we lose tonight and we lose another game, guess what? We'd still mathematically have about the same points as Spurs. But if we beat them at their place, that's the trigger. We have to go there and get a result. Otherwise, we keep on winning, and it don't matter what happens when we go to Spurs. Yeah? That's whichever way we look at it, destiny is in our hands. Kuke says, about time. How you doing, Mark? I hope everything is well. Pengi in the house. Mark says, have a great evening, or I think it'll be tough. 2-2 may even be a reasonable result. I think a draw definitely would be acceptable. This isn't an easy team to play. They are the masters of the draws. I believe they've got 13 draws, which is more than any team in the league. Arsenal have the least draws. We've got 3. So I think that is a very positive sign for Arsenal. Big shout out to Alex as well. Alex in the house. Yeah, I hope everything's going well with you, Alex. Big shout out to you, my friend. So finishing off the team sheet, guys.
Earlier, Alex.
Big finish to the midfield now. We've got Partey and Xhaka in the midfield, and then Saka, Odegaard, Smith Rowe, Lacazette. I did talk about Smith Rowe in my review and game review, and I said he's probably more suited to this game than Martinelli, and that is because of the defensive reasons, you know. And he does need a run into the team. Martinelli has had the rub of the green so far, and have really tried to look after Smith Rowe. Smith Rowe's had a nice, easy 2 weeks off, no international duty at all. As we know, you know, both of them, they were all recovering from COVID. So it's really nice that Smith Rowe gets back into the team. And if he plays well tonight and it all goes well, then it's going to be Martinelli on the bench for the rest of the season, in my opinion, because that's just the way how the team's made. The team's created behind those Haaland boys, Saka and Smith Rowe. And he's been hot when he's been playing. And it's nice to know there's a level of competition in the team. Subs, pretty standard. Leno, Holding, Umbaro, Swanson, Lokonga, El Nene, Martinelli, Flores. Let me give him a clap there. And, of course, Nketiah. So,
I mean, the funny thing is you kind of glossed over those substitutes, but at least 3 of those guys, some of the guys who won't be as invested in looking at the reserve teams will probably be wondering, like, well, who are these guys, you know, because definitely Swanson, Ogonku, and Flores, you know, they've been getting plaudits in the under-23s this season, but they're still not, in my eyes, the big names that people would assume would be expected to play in the first team.
Yeah,
we've already seen Charlie Patino's this season play in the first team and score a goal. Why is he missing? We've seen Amari Hutchinson, who is dynamite, appear on the bench previously, and kind of ask myself a question: where is he at this stage? And then Flores obviously has been playing second fiddle to following Balogun. But Balogun, as we know, has gone away on loan. So hence the reason why you would probably expect to see Balogun sitting on the bench right now. But, you know, Arsenal have taken a huge risk in saying, okay, you know what? We're going to run with Lacazette, Nketiah, I guess Martinelli, and then Flores as our choice of strikers. You know, bearing in mind we've got no cup commitments, that's still, you know, not the worst in the world. But certainly, you know, looking forward, it's something to consider.
Yeah, and guys, so let me know what you think of the team sheet. Let me go into some comments and then we can talk about the kit. And then we can talk about Saliba as well. There's a lot of comments here going. Alex is going for a 1-1 draw, everybody. He's going for 1-1. I went with 1-0 away win for Arsenal, which I don't normally do with tough games like this. I kind of feel it's got a draw written all over it. But I've got to trust in the fact that this team is a different animal. Never forget the comments that Steven Gerrard made when he just said, look, we were hoping to play the Arsenal that we knew, and unfortunately this team is light years ahead of what we thought that they was going to be, and they were just easily the better team. So I'm looking for Arsenal to come in and make a statement, just like they did against Wolves, just like they did against Villa away from home. Yeah, that's the level that these kids are setting, guys. That's the standard that we're sort of looking at with these guys here. And let me make sure that this is up. Yep. What have we got here? Somebody says Zaha versus Suarez should be the one to watch. That was That was Okoro. So yeah, I think that's going to be interesting. But how fit is Zaha? That's my question. There is how fit is he? And obviously,
expect him to be super fit.
Yeah, and if that's the case, then hopefully Saka will drop back and help out like he did against Liverpool in that first half when they put Suarez under massive pressure.
I mean, the funny thing is that Zaha is having one of those seasons again. Where me and Bertram have gone back and forth on the effective output of Wilfried Zaha. I keep calling him Louis because he's obviously there was a Louis at one time. But when one looks at his output, goals, assists, it flatters to deceive. I've watched a bit of his football this season. I can't say I've been tuned in like I have been in the past, but I don't see him as the threat he used to be. He would be the kind of player like St. Maximum, again, another player that Bertram really favours, that turns and twists players inside out. I don't see him as effective now as I did a year ago. I would certainly say St. Maximum is still at that penetrative maximum, but I don't see that with Zaha. I can see any decent defending setup being able to stifle him in a game, and he often does get stifled. He'll run past the byline. Not to say he's not dangerous. I'm not saying we should just totally forget what he can deliver. But I am going to say I do believe they're playing more of a team game now.
Yes, exactly.
That makes them more difficult to read where their goals are coming from, and in fact. Probably their most dangerous player is Gallagher.
Oh yeah, most, and he's a Chelsea player.
There you go.
So he's not going to be there next season. African Guna, what's going on, bro? Somebody said nice jersey, Apollo. Yeah, this is a new one you can pick up at the shop right now at the Armory. It's really nice. Let me just show you the back of it. Yeah, this is a nice jersey, man. I've got the bottoms to this as well, the jogging bottoms. So that's how I'm going to break out this summer. African Guna, shall I get the team sheet up? Have you seen the team sheet?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. What's your thoughts on the team sheet before we go ahead and talk about the kit?
Yeah, seen it the first second it came out. I was really interested to see if Martinelli was going to start over ESR. Wanted to see if Ramsdale was going to be back. And obviously, as you guys know, I think, for me, Tomiyasu is just, so dependable. I don't feel confident with Cedric at all, even though I know in your pre-match video, Polo, you picked up Cedric and the statistics, and he has been playing well. I just don't feel confident in him. That's just me personally. It's going to be really interesting. I think Tavares is kind of where I'm feeling a bit iffy right now. I think he needs to be super defensive, especially with ESR in front of him. I don't think it's going to be the same covering as Martinelli, which is why I think that left-hand side for us and Crystal Palace's right-hand side is where they're going to be, I think, coming for us. Zaha's always a threat, as we know, but I did mention in our group that he hasn't been training, so... Yeah, he's playing, but I don't think he's going to be at the top of his game. For me, I have this feeling that we're going to struggle to score. I don't know. We've been doing well recently, but there's always that time where we will have all the possession in the world, but we won't be able to actually finish our chances. And I'm hoping that's not going to happen tonight. I'd like an early goal, just to settle the nerves and then kind of see how it plays out. But yeah, I'm feeling like it's going to be more of a 0-0 and we'll score near the end.
Okay.
We need to capitalize because obviously Spurs won yesterday and the goal difference. I mean, that was ridiculous. So disappointed at Newcastle. Like, they're bad, but they're not that bad.
Yeah. So guys, I want to get your opinion on the kits. Now, I just want to hold on. Before I start, I just want to say that the leaks are really bad. There used to be days where we never used to know what was going on. Now, leaks is almost just a common thing now. They're not even leaks anymore. They just, let's show them the jersey before we launch it, and then it's game over. So Arsenal, we kind of knew what the home kit was, but the away kit and the third strips have been leaked on Twitter. And it's, again, in famous 90, but in the tone of the sort of bruised banana kit, the fabled marble hallways, of the museum, the Blue Lightning Strike kit that we've currently got now. I have always been a favour and a fan of away kits. Very rarely do you guys ever see me in a home red. Very, very rarely. And I have to sit back and look at these kits and say, I'm a fan of the away kits, but the home kit looks like something that I would give my I don't even want to. You know what? I can't even criticize my mum by even giving that, because I wouldn't even put my mum in that top. Yeah, I wouldn't. My mum's got more fashion style than to wear that red top right there. So I'm gonna have to think about. I'd probably give that to my great grand. Yeah, God bless you. It's not my. Look at that neck though. That neck that reminds me of David Platt and Nigel Witt. I don't want this 2022, bro. It's not.
You see, the funny thing is, Apollo, I don't mind the neck. You know, I'm all in favor of a retro jersey if that be the case. You know, I don't have a problem with that.
You see, let's try and style it up by putting. Can we zoom this? They put the lightning bolts on the neck. I don't know whether you can see that.
And that to me was just cheap and like, you know what? What can we do? Oh, let's put those there.
Maybe they didn't get the memo that Aubameyang left.
Oh God, I've got to get that back.
But you know the image I need to see you pull up, brother. You know the one I sent you.
Yeah, hold on. Oh,
you know the one. My guy, my client in the black, in the
noir. I've got that one already. Hold on. Let me just hold on. Let's have a look and put that. Yeah, so this one.
No, that was not it.
Oh,
now, this one's pretty cool too.
That's pretty cool, but that's not.
Where did you send it to me on? I haven't seen that one.
It's in the chat group. I can send it to your WhatsApp if you want. Does that help?
No, because WhatsApp's not on my computer. So hold on. Let's have a look here. What's? I'm just gonna. Right. Let me get African Gunners' thoughts before I can.
That shirt's looking tight on him, though. I mean, sick edit, but that shirt's looking tight on him. I mean, yeah. Look, I've read a lot of the comments. Obviously, we've had 16 days without an Arsenal game. A lot of comments. Some really good, some really bad. Like, you know, I think one of the comments I read, he was saying, "Look, if I'm fighting for a first place, I'm keen." But then on the other hand, you know, he made a dig at Arteta in one of his comments saying, you know, it was the manager's choice, right? That's a dig for me. So I'm really on the fence about it. But I mean, we talked a little bit about it on the group chat. And for me, look, Man City, Liverpool, all the top teams, they have more than two, you know, world-class center backs. And I really think we should extend him for another 2 years. I think play him in preseason, right? I mean, we're going to have a preseason this summer. Play him. Let him see what he does, and then if he's rocking the boat, then let him start and let these three battle it out. You know, I think Holding will be the fourth center back, right? And Apollo, you know my feelings on Holding, but like if he's gonna stay in this team, that's what he is. He's a fourth center back, and between whoever drops out between the three of them and Holding will play in the FA Cup games, in the Europa or Champions League. I mean, if it's Champions League, we have to play our strongest team. But if it's Europa League, I'd say play the second string center back pairing for the, you know, round robin games, group stage games. But yeah, I mean, we need the quality. And as Tony said, I mean, he's a man child, right? I see him winning a lot of headers. I mean, he's a complete player. And it's funny because we haven't really watched him, right? But I mean, you just have this excitement about him. So yeah, I'd really like to see him play in preseason.
So your overall, African Gunner, your overall thoughts about the kits, thumbs up or thumbs down?
Yeah, overall, I totally agree with you. The red, you know, I'm much younger than you guys. I always got the home kit, but I'm getting bored of it, right? Because like you can't really do much with it. They really stay within the lines of keeping it a traditional red and white kit. For me, I agree. The color is completely atrocious. If they didn't put the lightning bolts on it, maybe, but still, it's too bland. It's not exciting. For me, the pink shirt, I think I want to get the pink shirt because I think that one is just completely different. I don't think we've had a pink shirt before.
No, we haven't.
I remember of. And the black shirt as well has some really cool designs. So I like both of those.
Right, let's get the pink shirt up. But Tony, what's your thoughts on the kits, bro? Thumbs up, thumbs down?
I mean, the pink shirt is going to be very, very popular because we've never had a pink shirt before. It kind of reminds me, I think of when I think of pink shirts, I always think of Juventus.
Oh, no. Spanish team.
No, I think of Juventus, mate. That's my immediate thoughts of pink kit.
Okay, I'll show you what I mean. Go on, keep talking.
Tony, it gives me a polo vibe, you know. It gives me like a Ralph Lauren shirt vibe, you know, with the whatever design is on it. That's why.
Here you go, guys. Do you know what that is?
Yeah, I remember that Barcelona kit, but
that is our new kits for season, and that is Barcelona.
But look, we have designs on ours, right? That one is a plain pink kit. Ours has a little bit of swag to it if you zoom in.
Yeah.
I don't know what it says. I think it's just a design.
Yeah.
But I do like it. I personally will be going for the black because, that kit is fire.
It is.
You just can't go wrong with black, can you?
You can't. That's a big fashion statement, man.
You can't go wrong.
Malafa Kuguna, I'm not sure whether you're aware, but back in the 80s and the 90s, well, not 90s, back in the 80s, when me and Tony was at school, we went to school together. The one thing that a lot of people in the UK, like myself and Tony, we got into the NFL and we got into the NBA because it was being televised at that time. But the people that wasn't into those leagues, for fashion statements, they used to buy an LA Kings, which is a hockey team, and the LA and the Rams. They used to buy the Los Angeles Rams. That was Raiders. And they didn't know anything about the Kings or the Raiders. All they knew is that it was black. So they just wore this sort of black and silver. Snoop Dogg and them guys from Compton and NWA, they wore that stuff as well. So it was a big fashion statement. And that's how black has sort of seemed perceived as a sort of casual commercial type of clothing for the masses. So I think that's going to be huge.
One more point on the shirts. The one reason I resonate more with the pink one is because of the badge, right? I like the badge more on the pink than the black one because I'm more new generation. So that that badge sticks with me more.
So Tony, talk us through this.
So it's been 2 weeks of chewing over international football. So we've had a bit of time to look at other things going on and consider how the summer might stack up. And as you know, in the chat and in various other forums, there have been lots of conversations about different players. But essentially, there's a report that Marseille have agreed to a deal for Matthew Guendouzi in the summer for 9 million. And this came up and I screenshot it and sent it over to you. And it kind of just makes you go, oh, man, we have really kicked ourselves in the foot big time.
He was a 40 million rated player after Emery's first season.
Oh, man. I mean, Guendouzi, I watch Saliba every week. And as a result of watching Saliba, I also get to see Guendouzi every week because they play every game.
Yeah.
And the guy's phenomenal in his team. He is actually one of the leaders in their team. He's a vocal player in the middle of the park. He's an up and down player. He's a 90-minute player. And his success at Marseille has been rewarded by an international call-up. He played 2 games over the international break.
He scored against my country.
So he scored a goal in one of those games. And
South Africa. He scored against South Africa. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. And I kind of just go, this guy is an Arsenal player. This is criminal that we're letting this guy walk away from our club.
Yeah.
And on the same,
he was Steph Mislintat's boys, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yes.
So
actually, they were both of them were.
So my thoughts on it is my feelings about Guendouzi. I was against it from the beginning. I always rated him. Yes, I think he had attitude issues, but I thought we could mold him. He was super young. I think he was also around super flashy players. Let's not get it wrong. I mean, he was influenced by Aubameyang, right? And then he was playing for Arsenal at a very young age. I think he was with the wrong crowd, right? Ozil, Aubameyang, all the players that we've gotten rid of. And so naturally he had an attitude problem, and then he was around these players, which gave him more power. And I just think we managed it wrong. But I haven't seen him play for a while now, and I kind of got over it. I don't think that Arsenal's going to be making any more bad business like this. I think we've crossed that line, and I'm not saying that I don't want to just say that with words. It's not thin air. I really do believe that we're looking like we've changed as a team. Yeah, I know. But look at the business that we've been doing in the past 2 windows, right? Okay, yes,
yeah, but the point that what I would counter that with, Fran, is even though we're doing good business in our buys, we're still atrocious in our selling.
Yeah, but
with the sole exception of Joe Willett last summer, we have been doing atrocious business. The fact that Aubameyang is scoring goals galore in Barcelona, and we're paying his wages, that's ridiculous.
I know. But we've talked about this so many times. It's not only now. We've been talking about this for years, right? Mustafi, what's his name? Even the Greek player. I mean, there's so many players that I'm not talking about Mavropanos. What are you, Socrates? Right? You didn't spend 20 million on him. Got rid of him for free. I mean, the amount of players we can name off the top of our head. That's how scarred I am, right? Because as a business, I keep saying you cannot buy players and invest money and let them go for free. I mean, I don't know any other team, and I've said this before on this platform. I don't know any other team that is done what Arsenal has done. I mean, it's never happened before. The amount of players we've let go for free, and as you said, it hurts to know that we're paying Aubameyang's wages, and this guy's scoring for fun. I mean, look, he wasn't a bad player. We could have easily gotten 20 million for him. We could have easily gotten, Guendouzi 20 million. Even Mavropanos, I think we sold him for 2 million. He's worth at least 5-10 million. I mean, but my point is, I think moving forward now, we've made all these mistakes. I think with this new group of players, I don't see us making this mistake again. Think about it: Ramsdale, Tomiyasu, Tierney. I mean, any of the players you mentioned in our team right now, I don't see us underselling them. I mean, if we do, it would just be so embarrassing. There's no reason for us not to be making money.
I think. Look. I think we've got one more summer of awful pain. Let's be honest. We're gonna lose Lacazette for nothing. We're gonna lose Eddie Nketiah for nothing. We're gonna lose Ainsley Maitland-Niles.
And
we're gonna
lose El Neni as well. El Neni.
Mavropanos, El Neni.
Maitland-Niles is going to come back.
We might lose Reece Nelson.
Yeah.
So there's at least 8 players. 8 or 9 players leaving. And when you look at the sum total of what those players cost, I know there are some homegrown players, but there are also some players we paid some big money for. This summer, our wage bill goes down because we've lost a whole bunch of wages. But let's be honest, we made no money.
I agree.
If we make 30 million, we've done well, and that's wrong.
I don't really have much to say on it. The reason is because that's what happens when you come into a front office and a team with a broken front office. Raul Sanelli, running the show, doing all them dodgy deals. And
no, I think that's unfair to blame him. I think it's way above him. I mean, Kroenke should be looking. I mean, Josh should be looking at all these deals every summer, getting a balance sheet, right, and saying.
I was just about to finish and say Dick Law as well, who's the main culprit in how this club has been run down into the ground. He's the financial guy. He's the negotiation chief officer. He has just been abysmal at the job, and I have no idea why he was allowed to exist for as long as he did. But on top of that, the managerial stuff, I mean, it is the bad culture, everything, but it's all gone. So this is the price of success, unfortunately, guys. This is the price of
is it really? Should not the price of success be money? Because any decent team that has success makes a lot of money. Let's be honest.
I have to be honest. As the argument for Simon Jordan would agree with you. The argument as a fan is no, because no matter how much there are clubs making a billions amount of money and millions amount of cash, but they're not getting it done on the pitch. At the end of the day, as a fan, the bottom line is, how good is your team on the pitch? Are you in the Champions League? Are you winning trophies? That's the bottom line for a fan. And where Arsenal is right now is indicative of what's been going on over the last few years with the bad culture. So I have to disagree with that, Tony. You know, I think there's an argument. There's an argument for what you're saying as a manager. Yes, money is all about money, and the Simon Jordan argument would completely agree with you. But the fan would say, I don't care about money. I pay my season ticket in order to watch success and watch our team win. I want to see us buying players. I want to see us winning games. I want to see us in the Champions League. I want to see us winning trophies. Yeah,
I want to see all of that, bro. But let's be honest. Business sense should make you more successful in your transfer negotiations than what Arsenal are. We are doing the most ridiculous deals. And let me tell you, let me warn you in advance. We got another one the year after, because let's not forget Nicolas Pepe.
It's done. I mean, we could be. Yeah. But look at that as a sunk cost.
72 million for that player. It's a crime.
Yeah.
I agree, but yeah. Sorry, African Guna, go on.
No, I just want to make one point, and I'm going to jump off. I totally hear. I want to go on both sides. I totally agree with Tony. I want to say, Apollo, I disagree with you, because I think, specifically as Arsenal fans, when we have been wanting superstar world-class players and we keep being told we don't have the money, as fans, you start looking at the business sense, you start looking at the deals. And that's why I think as fans, it's not only about winning games, but I think as Arsenal fans specifically, we're looking at the accounts, we're looking at the transfer business that we're doing over the past so many years. And it's been atrocious. And in terms of Tony's point, I think it got so bad that it's all a write-off. Even the Pepe in a year and a half, it's a write-off.
Yeah, but that's gone. Last summer wasn't a right. Last summer was our best summer in nearly a decade.
No, not in terms of spending, in terms of selling, not in terms of spending.
You're looking at it the wrong way, Apollo.
Yeah, but everything for me, I've got to look at the big picture. I've got to step back.
Yeah, but you're not. You're looking at it from one side of the window.
No, I'm looking at it from all sides. I'm looking at it from all sides. I agree with
Tony. We did excellent business buying wise.
Yeah. And you have to be balanced like that. You can't just pick up one thing that didn't work and say that's it. That's not it. The fact was that we went out and redeemed ourselves and started looking after our contracts.
Why did we keep Nketiah? What has Nketiah done for us this season? We could have sold him.
Yeah, he's not started a single game in the Premier League.
Yeah,
so
but then why did we keep him? I mean, it was a mistake again. It's obvious mistake.
So, but again, both of you guys are talking about things that didn't work, but you're not talking about things that did work. So where's the balance?
Yes, we're not. We're giving credit to it, but we're saying if you look at the last 5 years and you take, both sides, the negatives of how poor our selling has been definitely outweighs even all the good things we've done in the last 2 windows. And I'm not upset about it. I'm over it. Like my emotional capacity for it, I've just forgotten it.
Yeah, we're over it, guys. We're challenging for the Champions League. We're in 4th place. We're over it.
But we can't repeat mistakes.
If we were in 10th place, I would be right with you guys. I'd be like, this is terrible. We're in a hole because of what's happened in the past. This is where we are now, but we're not. I'd be talking about Saliba, I'd be talking about Guendouzi, I'd be talking about all them different things that we got wrong. But with all that said and done, look how good our team is right now. Yeah, there's no team in the last 6 games that have got a better away form than Arsenal. We're in 4th place, 2 games in hand. We're challenging. We've got our destiny in our own hands. So
we're in 5th, actually.
Yeah, 5th. Yeah,
we're in 5th, actually.
But that's the trade-off. The balance is we have a new culture, we have a new young team, we have players that have bought into the new philosophy. We've got a manager who's getting it right and getting the best out of those players. And most pundits would say that we're actually punching above our weight. I would have to agree because I didn't.
Yeah, but see, Apollo, that doesn't excuse the bad business. That's where I don't agree with you. I understand your point, your perspective, and I don't disagree with it. You don't forget the mistakes just because we're doing well. Like, if you're a top club and you're a successful person, successful business, successful anything in life, you don't negate bad things just because you're doing well. We could have done even better if we had that money and the sales. We
I accept that. I accept that.
Sounds like a Will Smith episode. Don't write off the good things with the bad thing, yeah?
Yeah. I do accept that, but what I'm saying is I've moved forward. How long are we going to be concerned about those things when there's nothing we can do to affect
Well, let's put it this way. Yeah, exactly. If we don't finish top 4 by the end of the season, everything will snowball into an absolute disaster for this club.
Oh, wow, Tony. It
will do. It will be a meltdown. Wow. It will be utter meltdown.
It depends on how it happens.
If we don't finish top 4, the fans will go berserk. They will
that's harsh because
themselves. I'm just telling it how it is. And
I know you are, bro. I know you are, bro.
Several weeks on the trot.
And I feel that is really harsh, depending on the fantastic job that the youngest team in the league has done.
It's a fantastic job until the last day of the season, bro. Don't count your chickens.
Well, just to let you guys know out there, I'm going to always be flying the positive flag for this club because I think they've done a fantastic job, regardless where they finish this season.
I'm loving it. And hats off to Arteta, you know. But listen, I'm also being a little bit realistic and looking at things and saying, you know what, this could go horribly wrong.
Could start from tonight, Tony. They could lose tonight.
Yeah. We're one Xhaka red card away from it all. I'm telling you guys.
Put him up, it.
He's been quiet for a lot of games, but you know it. I know him. I know what he's capable of. He can blow it all up within a second.
So we got to go to Ebony and agree some comments. Let me go through some comments first.
Nice, I'm heading out. I'll see you after the game.
All right, nice one. Speak to you soon, man. Gary says, I don't care. He goes, I don't care what the club makes Apollo. Bang on success and a picture. Yeah, I totally agree. G agrees with that as well. And Vincey says, bad ownership and management is not the price of success. Bad ownership and management is not the price of success.
Yeah, what you're saying, that we can overlook the bad ownership and the management because we're successful on the pitch.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that bad ownership and bad management was in the past. We can't do nothing to affect that. The fact that we're not balancing the scales and looking at the fact of where we are now and labeling it as success.
We're still doing it, Apollo. We're still doing it.
That's because, yes, we are, because we haven't got a choice. Listen, Wenger said 5 years ago, go back to Arsene Wenger, go and read his book. He said 5 years ago that player power is going to consume the sport. And if you guys haven't seen that, go and read his book. He says it. He says more power is going to go to these players. And you check the list of 3 players going to leave teams this summer and the quality of those players. You've got players that are walking away. 89 players this summer in Europe are walking away from their teams for nothing. Arsene Wenger was right. I'm not going to sit here and cry about it. Look, we've got a guy called William Saliba. Yeah, I talked about it in my video. If you don't get him to sign a contract this summer, which by no means you have a God-given right to, if he doesn't want to sign, you got to sell him. Because if you don't, guess what happens? Exactly what Tony was talking about is going to happen to William Saliba. Next year, he'll be a solid French international. He'll be in the Champions League because, by the way, Marseille is second in the French league at the moment. He'll be a Champions League player. He'll be an international French player. He'll be playing for
World
one of the top international, World Cup bound, and he'll be in the last year of his contract. You think he's signed, bro? Listen, go and check out Arsene Wenger. He said more players are going to own their own futures and walk out of their club because that's just the way of the game right now. You can't force a player into doing anything. I've got to go to
walking out.
Players. Listen, Ebony, quickly, Ebony, because I want to go to the Ole Miss. We ain't seen the Ole Miss in 2 months. Ebony, what's going on?
Yeah, I'm just keeping I'm kind of listening to the conversation. I came in a bit late. I kind of agree with everything that's been said in parts. You know, at the end of the day, you know, what I think is, you know, it had with this particular team that we have now, if we were 10th, a lot of people will be screaming blue murder about why didn't you buy this special player, why didn't you buy this world-class player, etc., etc. So that's how fans are.
And what's your thoughts on the kit? Which color?
The one on the left.
Black one, yeah.
Black one.
Yeah.
I've always championed that we should have a black kit. Yeah, a dark kit. Just like the one that Southampton have got, yeah?
No, just like the one that you've got. You've got a Martinez black jersey. Which I'm still jealous about. When Martinez was our goalie, yeah, you proposed to him by buying a black jersey with his name on it. I'm still jealous with that top, you know.
Yeah, well, I'm still hankering for a Rami top. So,
the Miss, big shout out to you, man. Let's give our boy a clap because he's getting it done right now.
Thank you, thank you,
man. So really good to see you. First of all, what's your views on the team sheet? What's your views on what we were just talking about in terms of the wrong that's been done with the players, the culture, and then how they've fixed it? And is that enough to sort of make us move forward? And then what's your thoughts on the kit?
I would say I loved that black and blue one. That for me, that's my favorite one. The red one, I think, is fine. I'm not sure how I feel about the pink one. It reminds me of remember Palermo? They had like a pink and black kit. Reminds me similar to that. So I probably need to see the whole one of that. But I don't think it looks too bad.
Oh, so you didn't see my... All right, let me show you the thing I was talking about. So I just showed Tony that there's another team out there that's got exactly the same color set, and they're called Barcelona. And if you look we're on the bottom and they're on the top. So
I'm loving the black.
Naughty Adidas. We see you, Adidas. We know where you got this from. We see you, bro.
Nice. Okay. If that's the case, then you know what, I like it, and the fact that it's gold lettering as well. Yeah, I think I will be getting. Is that going to be our away kit? Please tell me that.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, yes. I'm definitely.
I've always wanted a black kit, and here we go.
Yes.
Yep.
I'm definitely getting it.
So, Miamis, have you seen the team sheet?
Thomas is our captain.
I have seen the team sheet. I've got it all here. I definitely am surprised on the names that are on there because I thought that there were a lot more injuries. But not surprised to see Thomas Partey as a captain because it looks like Penny is out.
No, he's not our captain today. But you know, when he's looking, the way he's walking around, talking to the players, you can see like everybody's looking at Thomas. They're not looking at Lacazette because Lacazette is the captain. To me, Thomas Partey is the captain of the team now.
Yeah, I hear you.
Oh, yeah.
I'm loving the round neck.
Yes.
Yeah, me too. Me too. They've just done this right, man.
When it comes to Saliba, I completely agree with you on that one. If we don't get Champions League football, I don't know how you convince this guy to sign a new deal.
Yeah.
I really don't. Like he's playing every single week, like for Marseille, unless he's injured or suspended. Like, you know, we just, if we sell him, if we can't sign him, we sell him this summer, we can make a profit on it. We just need Champions League football. If we get that, we could convince him to stay.
So guys, I've got kickoff here. I'm at 20 seconds at the moment. How are you guys doing?
25.
Yeah, 17.
42.
Okay, that's good.
Why am I ahead? And I'm in Canada.
Well, first of all, you know I'm on my Xbox. Oh
no!
Oh God! Oh, right, already, you know.
Me and Naomi are probably ahead of you, so one of us will go. Or
yeah, I'm on my Xbox. So guys, no Kieran Tierney tonight. He has a knee issue, and Nicolas Pepe is suffering from some illness. It is a stomach bug, so it's not COVID, not as much as we know at the moment. Let's go to some of the guys here. G is saying Tony and Efran needs to look at the league table. I agree with Gary and Apollo. Yeah, look, we can be upset about how the team's been run and what's been going on, but look where we are, guys. Look where we are on the table. I think Neil missed. No, Neil, it wasn't Neil miss. It was Vincey. It was Vincey and Tony both said that everything has worked out for both sides. For all those players that have left, for where we are now, everybody's happy. So that's my attitude. My attitude is everybody's happy. I'm happy as a fan. I love the culture in the team. I love the way how these young players are talking about Arteta. I love the way how the fans have embraced. This is the best season in the Emirates that I've ever. I'm day one Emirates Stadium season ticket holder, and I've never had a season as enjoyable as this. The stadium's loud. The support is fantastic. Yeah, this is all over the place at the moment. So Palace are putting a couple of balls in wide, but Arsenal have dealt with it. So Smith Rowe and Tavares now on the left-hand side. We just got to move the ball quicker now.
Oh, nearly.
Oh, nearly got Smith through there.
That was nice.
Vincey said, glad the kids are getting a chance to play. That's every week, bro. That's a weekly thing.
Exactly. It's not. You only got a choice.
You know what? Niamis, them like crap me up. They were talking about there's a new rule next season that will allow five substitutes. Yeah.
Thank you.
I came on the forum and said, well, that's nice because we ain't even got 5 substitutes. Three of us are on the academy squad who's never even played for the team. So I know it's next season, but I was just joking.
I mean, the thing is, in the summer, we will go and recruit and like flesh out a little bit more, like because I think Guendouzi's gone from what I've heard.
Yeah, he's gone. Yeah.
So like we are going to need more midfielders.
Man, that's a shame. I love me some Guendouzi. Vincey says, please don't say we don't have a choice. We sound like Spurs who don't have a clue. Yeah, I'm not gonna write off Spurs at the moment. You know, in Arsenal's fans' opinion, let's put the pressure on Spurs, shall we? Let's make them favourites for top 4 and put the pressure on them because we don't need that pressure on these.
Let's not make them favourites because
we don't need that pressure on these young shoulders here, man.
If we make them favourites, they'll end up being top 4, and you know it's something that we need. So I'm not making favourites.
We're in control of that destiny at the moment, and we don't need the pressure, man. Big shout out to Terry. What's going on with you, Terry? Hope everything is going well. Sporty Jordan in the house. Big shout out to Tony Cox.
That's gone.
It says, preach Apollo, free agency and player power will change the face of transfers, and transfer fees will soon become wages instead. It's exactly what Wenger said, 100%, Sporty Jordan. Gary says, I don't think Arsenal haven't, when I've been on with you guys, hope that continues. Agreed. Vince is saying, why are you running from your destiny, Apollo?
Sound like some Jedi mind trick. It's your destiny.
Yeah. Bro, I'm just real, man. I'm just being real.
Ooh.
That was a nice little run, but blocked in the end.
From the central point, I think anybody that knows me always knows that I look at Arsenal as the glass half full. I love my club. When I've got the time to open up on them, I will. Yeah. I had peers.
Are we all like that, though? Are we all like that? To the point
we are.
All I'm doing is tempering your expectations.
Yes.
Because let's not forget, at the start of the season, Apollo, you were like me saying, we'll get 7th, yeah? We'll get 7th. That was an improvement of 1 place from last year.
Yes.
So that was our expectations. Obviously, our expectations have improved now, which is what we want. That's ideal. You know, 3 days ago when Chelsea lost to Brentford, everyone was looking up thinking, oh, 3rd's even achievable now. Why not?
Let's not count our chickens too early.
That's what I said. Those are the words that I said. Let's not count our chickens too early.
Yeah, and you hear that, Vincey? You hear what Tony just said? He said, let's not count our chickens too early. That's why, for me, you know, I was ready to give my prediction when I last spoke to Tony, but Tony gave me a good point. There's still enough time to capitulate. So I decided, you know what? I'm not gonna come out there and say that we're gonna finish.
Let's not think about capitulation. Let's just have a positive Tom Aston Tom Ashton.
I don't think that's possible. I think Tom is positive.
It's not possible.
Are we mathematically capable of winning the league right now still? Because that would be Tom Ashton's belief.
Definitely. Cool K says Bertram has had a bad time with his support. Not strange. We haven't seen him for no. It's because he's working and he doesn't get home until 10:30. So that's why
Gabrielle's haircut.
That's why we haven't seen him in a while, bro.
I know it's kind of like the fade at the bottom.
Fierce, bro. Jeez.
Kind of sharp, man. So Neomis, how's everything going with you, man? How's everything going over in Canada?
It's doing good. I think I've finally settled in. Got my new place. I've got a minimalist approach right now. So I've got the core stuff. You know, I've got a bed frame, a little sofa here, and that's really about it. And just the core stuff. But in terms of decoration, need to do that. But I think I'm settling in fine. I think I'm good. I know where I need to do now. It's just things like Arsenal. I'm trying to put that into my schedule and work. So I'm just trying to get the balance right. But I can't complain. Life is good.
What are you doing? What are you doing in Canada, or is that a bit too private right now?
No. I can tell everyone now. So I went back to school. So I went to uni to go and finish off my bachelor's, and I'm also working part-time as well. So now now I work part-time, mainly evenings, so from 3 till 11 p.m. So I worked last night, and then literally I got up about an hour ago to come and watch the game. So now I could do most of the games, except for I think Arsenal Man United I won't be on, because I think that's a 12:30 kickoff, and that's 4 a.m. for me.
Yeah, you want to see me and Neomis sending each other texts every weekend trying to get a link up. It's hard, man.
Yeah, I know. Every time follows that, oh, can you join the stream for either just join the game or for a preview? And I'm like, oh no, bro, I've got to work. Literally, I'll be at work at the time. It's been really bad, but no, it's good to
man, wake up.
Well played by Saturday, boy. Odegaard goes square to Tavares. Tavares gets depossessed. Tavares has got to be quicker there.
I know, it's like you can't really stand still with Crystal Palace.
What do you guys thought of Xhaka? Sorry, go on.
Kuke says getting really nervous. Like this is a Champions League final. Really important match. G says be interesting to see if Xhaka plays the 8 role today, or if he starts to tuck in into cover for Nuno.
He's looking like he's playing the 8 role.
It says he looks like he's been tucking in for a while. Hey, Nate, what's going on, man? Nate, my sister and my mum are in Gambia as we speak. So I asked them to hook you up, man. I asked them to message you to try and get the hookup. Hopefully they'll be able to meet your mum out there. Big shout out to you, Nate. Yeah, Neil, miss man.
This time last month, I was in Jamaica, 27 degrees minimum.
Oh, you're hurting me now, man.
Hold on, what's the weather like in London or in England?
It's cold.
It's been cold this week, but last week it was 18, 19 degrees.
Was it? Which part?
Yeah. In where I am.
Last week.
Not in my part of London.
Yeah, earlier last week it was 18 degrees, man. Next week's going to be 16, 17 in London. So it's going to get warmer, but we've just gone through a cold patch.
Nice blockage there. Oh.
This is really
going to be a tight game.
It is. It's actually, we're cancelling each other out. That's the thing.
Yeah, it's what we expected. Tavares playing a little scrappy at the moment.
Yeah, he's got to be careful about that. We need all 11 players on the pitch.
Yeah.
What's he done? I don't see what he's done wrong. He's lost the ball a couple of times, but he ain't tackled anyone.
No, it's just been a bit scrappy in his play, and that's going to come, guys, because he hasn't played in 2 months.
That's an instruction that you've got a new player coming into the team. If you're the opposition manager, you say get up him straight away because he's not up to speed with the game.
Agreed.
All your other players are up to speed with the game. Anyone who's new, you say get up him straight away. Don't give him time to settle into the game because if he gets comfy, he's a problem. He's a problem, seriously. So, I can understand totally. Turn out.
So I'm on 11 minutes and 20 seconds now, guys.
Yeah, just behind you, a couple of seconds.
G says, slow start from us. We need to withstand the pressure till the game settles down. Agreed.
Yeah,
I'm on the same time as you, Apollo.
Nice.
I mean, we are in full control right now. I mean, we're passing the ball nicely in midfield. Saka, they look like they've got 2-3 players on him to try to stop him.
Yeah.
Every time he has the ball.
Which is strange because the way to stop Arsenal is to actually stop Odegaard, which is what Liverpool did. If you see the Liverpool game, they had a clear tactic of what to do, and what that did is that opened up Martinelli.
Come on,
that's why Martinelli had a good game. Lacazette's just the second time he's lost the ball there in possession.
That's poor from Laka.
But I've always said to you guys, he's average hold-up play. Everyone talks about his hold-up play like it's the best on the team. That's because we haven't got an option. He's a 5, man, and Aubameyang's a 3. We need a 7 or an 8.
Yeah,
for hold-up play.
That,
yeah,
somebody who can get up in the air as well and get a header as well.
Yeah,
and some hold-up play.
Yeah, I mean we miss a player like Giroud.
Yeah. Let me see.
It's funny because if you think about it, Tammy Abraham is scoring goals galore for Roma.
Bro.
Roma is my Italian team. And let me tell you something. He's scoring great goals, but he's missing sitters.
But listen, Tony. This is like, you can see my head. I'm annoyed because the way how Arsenal fans talk about Nketiah is exactly what they were saying with Tammy Abrahams. They was comparing Abrahams to Nketiah, and partly most of it is like they just for some reason our fans just don't deal with young English players as strikers. It just doesn't happen. And when you look at the amount of fans that were saying they didn't want to know Abrahams, he's trash, we don't want him, and look at what he's doing. It's just like, come on, man. Our biggest problem is getting goals in the 6-yard area. That's our biggest problem. And those two guys, Nketiah and Abrahams, are foxes in the box.
That's what I said about Nketiah, but nobody believes in him.
That's the problem, I'm afraid. That's a narrative. And most Arsenal fans, what they do is, without looking at the stats or anything else, they just jump on the bandwagon.
The problem is we ain't getting a look in, Go on. Oh.
Good little counter-attack from Arsenal, but...
Yeah, I mean, we just aren't getting a look in as a team. The guy, I mean, what can we do, Apollo? We can't force Arteta to play Nketiah. He clearly isn't showing enough to say, I deserve more time on the pitch. Because to me, any decent goal-scoring attacker would be in front of Lacazette right now because he's our striker and he scored 3 goals all season. That's disgraceful. So I'm like, well, come on. If your striker has only scored 3 goals, then your alternate striker should be getting a running. But what is he doing wrong?
Again, look, I've made this case for Walcott and Pepe. If you're not on the field, you can't do your job.
Make a case for Walcott.
I can because when we went to 4-3-3 and Oxlade-Chamberlain came in and wasn't scoring.
Walcott's 933 years old, bro. How can Walcott help us right now?
I'm not saying he can.
So why are you bringing his name into the conversation?
Because it's relevant to me because I'm making the same case that I made with Pepe and with Walcott. You cannot score from sitting on the bench. And right now,
my God. For crying out loud, cross comes in from a free kick. And it is deep, like 30 yards out.
Fuck's sake.
Shit.
Bad defending.
And we're number 1 in the league on set pieces.
I think that's that guy. Was it Mateta?
Mateta.
Yeah.
Cross comes in from Gallagher. Are they offside?
That's poor. That's poor.
I think it's
no one's actually defending that cross either.
No. Like was it? I think it might have been Gabriel Tavares. Oh,
terrible!
Hold on.
You can't even blame the goalkeeper. You cannot blame Rami for that.
You know what? It's a bit. It's gone all over the place. The ball hits Gabriel, then hits the Crystal Palace defender's head. He doesn't even know it's coming. Then back in the parts of Mateta, and then he scores it.
Yeah, hits the back of the Crystal Palace defender's head. He doesn't know what's going on.
It's
Mateta.
It's a comedy of a goal. Like,
it's like it hits one head, then somebody else's head, and then it's all over the place, basically.
So it's on the. I mean, if you're Spurs now, you're just jumping for joy. This happening tonight was kind of on the cards, though. It was. But we've got to show our mettle. We've got to come. Get back.
I actually think that sometimes when we're in a position where we can capitalize, we screw up. Happens all the time. It's very us.
But it's not really happened this season, though. I mean, if you take out the Liverpool game, Arsenal literally had won 10 in their last 11 games. I mean,
And do you remember when everybody said that we could afford to lose two games?
I said that, yeah.
And I kept on saying to people, no, because we are going to find ourselves in this position.
Yeah, I mean, if we lose tonight, then we've not really lost any ground because we're still level on points with Spurs with one game behind them. So that's why I said this in the mix of things, we need to get at least a point tonight. A point would put us in good stead. But I mean, you got to win a game like this. You just have to. You go away to Wolves and win. You go away to Villa and win. You got to beat Palace.
1000% agree. Like for me, this game is a must-win game. Like this game, Brighton, Southampton, we have to be beating teams like this. Because at the end of the season, if we don't win this will be the game that we judge Arsenal on. Not Chelsea, not Spurs, even though I know we all want to beat Spurs. But you got to beat Palace. But we have enough there to beat them.
Yeah, we do. And when you look at it, guys, we've won 5 games in a row away from home. Like, the last time that happened.
Best.
Man. Yeah, that's we just
is a big lump, boy.
We just got to get back. Guy. We just got to get back into the game right now, man. He is. Basics is saying, give them a wake-up call. Yeah, this is what they needed. Sporty Jordan says, lots of time left in the game, but we need to be more clinical in the final third. Yeah. And Vincey says, if we beat Spurs, I agree with that. That is the game right there. If we beat Spurs, then Spurs are in trouble.
Yeah, but we shouldn't really pin our hopes on, Spurs every season.
No, that's the game. The game is Arsenal away to Spurs, regardless. Remember when I said to you we could lose 2 games? If we lose 2 games and go to Spurs and win, it's over. Yeah, Spurs. Yep. If we will be same games played and 3 points ahead of Spurs. If we lost 2 games and beat Spurs, we would be same games played but 3 points more than Tottenham. That's the game.
So hold on. So which games are you would rather lose? But you're saying that it's okay to lose because for me this isn't the one. Because
no, it isn't. It isn't. But but I thought it could be because I thought we were going to get done at Villa.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't think we were going to win at Villa. But man, this is the Premier League. Every game's a tough game, and this game right now, we're losing 1-0. This makes you sit back and respect the Premier League because I think it's been winning 5 games away from home is no joke in this league. That's a massive feat that this youngest team in the league.
It's actually good for us because we've not done that in a long time.
That's what I'm saying. The youngest team in the league managed to win 5 games in a row. Yeah, and the only team that beat their unbeaten streak was Liverpool, who was going for the champions, going for the title. So that's how good this team is, guys.
And you know what else is a bock? Is that manager of the month trophy?
Yeah.
That's a curse if ever there was one.
Stop
Yeah.
around the box. Oh, not tonight, fellas. Not tonight.
Yeah, we just have to play it quicker at the moment. Look at that. Oh my God.
I know exactly. Just not tonight, please. My blood pressure can't take the pain.
Zaha just lost the ball.
Do we still want him?
No. Nobody wants him, man. He can't work at Man United. Ain't gonna work here. How old is he now?
Depends where you read, innit?
Do you want him, Tony?
Well, I started the show talking about him, saying that he's no longer as effective as an attacking player. This season, I don't see him as being this huge super threat. He doesn't run and create as much as he used to. He doesn't score as much as he used to. You know, if I'm a defender, I'm not scared of Wilfred Zaha in the same way I am.
Oh, come
Sorry,
on,
bro,
mate.
that's terrible touch, Martin.
It is. We just don't have the energy that Palace have. Look, they're just out hustling us. Suarez
Exactly.
just giving
Suarez
Zaha.
was in his pocket. Fact.
Oh man.
It's only because Suarez actually recovered himself by kicking it off field.
And that's his job.
Yeah.
I know. That's how he recovered himself.
Yeah. So there's nothing wrong there.
You are kidding me.
Oh,
Are you serious?
What's happened?
Are you?
They scored again.
Oh my God. I turned my back for like a minute.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, this is gonna be the night, guys.
Everyone, we've lost this match, okay? I'm gonna go.
No, there is no 3-2.
Yeah, we haven't lost.
Yeah,
we haven't lost it yet, but this could be the one, guys.
It's 20. It's not even 25 minutes, and we're 2-0 down. And what the fuck is happening to our defense?
Lots of time to recover.
Oh my God.
Yeah, this is probably the
getting out muscled by Crystal Palace. And no disrespect to Crystal Palace.
We're just not matching their intensity. Lacazette doesn't make the tackle there. The ball comes out. It's like, played. Oh, Gabriel missed the tackle. That's what it is.
What was Gabriel trying to do? Oh,
he didn't make contact with the ball.
Intercept the pass. He's trying to intercept the pass.
I know, but it's just too far. Oh, it's just.
I mean,
it's just too fast.
I would say it's more on Tavares because that's Tavares' man.
Where was Tavares? For fuck's sake, man! Let me go look up.
Way off the pace with the player.
Yeah, I agree.
Come on, Arsenal.
Wow. Oh wow. Yeah, it's a mistake on it. Well, Gabriel for me on that one, guys. And look, Palace are coming again at us. Wow. Not great defending. Terry says, what did I told you about Tavares? I think Tony hit the nail on the head when he says he's coming in cold. He hasn't played in 2 months. And he's just not at the level at the moment, and it definitely shows.
Yeah.
Sporty Jordan says Tavares playing the world onside. Yeah, it's not a good game at the moment from him. Bobby says, I genuinely think Tottenham will beat us to top 4. I hate to say it. Well, it's good to give the pressure to Tottenham, as I said, but still a lot of football left to play, guys. Yeah, still a lot of games to play. Still a lot of time left in this game.
The next goal is the one.
Yeah, I agree.
What was that?
I agree.
The next goal is the one.
Vince says got to change his formation. It's limited now that we are 2-0 down. Yeah, I think the formation has to change and the tactics as well. Again,
let's be honest here. What is Xhaka delivering for our team right now? You're a player light. Lacazette is doing nothing.
Yeah, I mean, see, when you're winning, players like Lacazette who struggle to score and Xhaka,
What's
you
going
don't
on
really,
there, boys?
you know,
What on earth are
you don't
doing?
really talk about them players when you're winning, but when you're losing, everything gets highlighted.
Saka's not having a great game. He barely had a touch.
Vincey says Bobby is a real threat. They're just not fluid scoring each game. That's the way. When you're not getting any goals from your front man, Vincey, then you're always going to be up against it. Always. Terry says, bro, we are not ready. Said this since we lost to Everton. Maybe, but since we lost to Everton, we've been a fantastic team, though, Terry. We really have. Gary says we could play for 2 hard games if we play out like this. Is no point. Yeah, like I said, they're not matching Palace with the intensity. Palace are way up for this. Arsenal had no shots on target, no shots, and only one touch in the opposition box.
Come on, that's a foul?
Man.
Arsenal had a beautiful little pattern of play there. Was it Lacazette comes in with a nice, was it back pass to Thomas Partey? But Partey gets taken out just outside the box, which I thought would have been a foul. And then Cedric.
What? It's easily a foul.
Yeah, I thought so as well.
It's easily a foul right on the edge of the box. How's that? I mean, I can only assume he's playing an advantage because his feet have been taken away completely.
Yeah, taken out.
This is a night of stress, guys, man. This is not what I wanted.
Yeah.
Vince is saying, got to get control here as we are seriously under the cosh. Yeah, I said it 10 minutes ago. I said it right before the first goal that we are not matching their energy. We're just not matching their energy. They're playing at home. They know Arsenal's going for top 4. Yeah, they know Patrick Vieira. They know he's an Arsenal hero. Palace are so up for this. It's a Premier League, man. It's a Premier League, man. It's like Tony said, yeah. When you're winning,
yeah,
the players that you're carrying who aren't scoring, and aren't playing well, and always, I'm not mentioning no names here, but always at the bottom when it comes to player ratings, those kind of players, you don't talk about them. Yeah, no, you don't. No, you don't talk about them. But when you're losing, the players who aren't giving the team anything tend to be highlighted, and that's the problem at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely need some quality, just a moment of quality to kind of get us going.
I would take off Xhaka and put on Martinelli. That's what I would do.
I mean, I know they just showed Martinelli at least here on I think it's Daz Network. Yeah, Xhaka's not going anywhere, unfortunately.
Xhaka needs to be sold. He should have been sold last season. But who gave him a contract?
Well, like I said, I mean, right now we've got to try and rescue this game. And to rescue it, I would take off Xhaka and put on Martinelli. I want to get something from those players on the pitch. You're looking at Arsenal players and you're thinking to yourself, who's going to get you back into this match? And one of those players who can do that, Tony, is on the bench.
You could easily slip Smith Rowe into that number 8 position where Xhaka plays.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
because it just doesn't give you anything. And in all honesty, Lacazette has done nothing. He has done absolutely nothing this half.
He has been quiet.
That's better from
There's
Partey.
a foul, ref. Come on.
Foul.
Thank you.
Playing into their head. Oh my goodness.
Oh, Partey.
What kind of cross was that, Suarez?
Oh, you idiot. She's blatantly pushed a man. How can you do that?
Oh, dear.
Apollo, give X a contract. Ebony.
Xhaka, you gave him a contract.
Oh, Lord. Kuke says, sorry, I don't want to keep Lacazette anymore. G says, Vincey, Tierney out of the side and our defense falls apart. Makes you wonder. Oh. Vincey says, false nine. We need the false nine. Pepe's not on the bench, by the way.
Hold on, who have we got as attacking options on the bench? I'm assuming Nketiah is on the bench because
Yeah.
Well,
And remember when I said we haven't got 5 players to put on the bench for the new rule?
Oh God.
Yeah, we really ain't got 5 players on the bench.
Who are we rumored with? I know Tony doesn't like talking about transfers, but I mean, we just need to sign some decent players on a free just to even fill up the bench. Because there's listen, I like giving young players a chance, but we can't get away with that next season.
Yeah,
bruv, we didn't need to sign anybody because don't forget we have half a dozen to a dozen players out on loan.
Yeah, but we sold them all now, right? Torreira's gone, Guendouzi's gone.
We got a load of players out on loan. Torreira's out on loan. Yeah, you not think Takehiro could have done a job tonight? Yeah, Guendouzi's out on loan.
Don't talk to me about Takehiro versus Xhaka because you know my thoughts on that.
Yeah, Ainsley Maitland-Niles is out on loan.
Yeah.
What could we do with him right now?
Following Balogun is out on loan, bruv. We got the players to fill the bench, but none of them are at the club.
Yeah, you know who could have been who would have done tonight? Ainsley Maitland-Niles.
Ainsley Maitland-Niles.
Oh Lord, the one game he started, the one game he started, he got man of the match, and where is he now? Gone.
He's not even getting a game at Roma now. That's how bad things have got.
He must have like an attitude problem because now he's fallen out of favor with Mourinho.
Mourinho's very easy to fall out of favor with. Normally, his whole teams fall out of favor with him. Jordan says the bench is bare. Gary says Ben White's defending is shocking. Cool K says, when was the last time Xhaka got man of the match? I don't know. Let me open it up to the panel because I don't want to answer that.
It doesn't
when was
happen.
The last time?
It's never happened.
It's never happened.
It must have happened under Wenger, like at least once.
Yeah, so listen, Neomis, about a month ago, I put up a tweet, and I said, this season, Thomas Partey, 4 times Man of the Match awards, Sambi got 2, Niles in his 1 start got 1 against Watford, and then at the bottom I put Xhaka with question marks.
But I could believe that because even though Xhaka has put in some, I would say, some good performances, at least over the past 10 games, like he hasn't had exceptional performances.
Yeah. I mean, let's be honest.
For a long time.
He's probably had 2 in the 5 years he's been with us.
Let's be honest. Lacazette hasn't got.
Tony hit it on the neck.
Yeah.
When was the last time Lacazette had a 9? Like I said, guys, when you're winning, it's nice to carry players, but when you're losing, that shit just comes out like a sore thumb. Palace got a free kick now outside Arsenal. I'd haul off Laka and put Martinelli on the point. Vincent says Xhaka renegotiated his contract so he doesn't need a man of the match award. Actually, he got man of the match for getting a new contract. Who is this? Denzel. Denzel says we need Pepe. Has a good record at Palace. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, he scored there as well, didn't he, last season? Sporty Georgia says Xhaka is a passenger tonight. He's a passenger most nights, my friend. And if Arteta wants anything out of this game. Get Martinelli on. I agree. Tavares just saved us there with deflecting a cross out. We're just not doing nothing. Okay, so, oh, Lord, look at this. So, Lewis Jones at Sky Sports Studio says, my word on Conor Gallagher is everything Granit Xhaka should be. He's all over him in this half. Granit Xhaka is chasing Gallagher like a ghost, making the Arsenal man looking like he's playing with lead in his boots.
That's how he always plays.
You can't compare Gallagher and Xhaka. I mean, Gallagher, even last season when he was on loan at West Brom, like he was one of their best players. He's
got 8 goals, bro. He's got 8 goals this season.
Like he's so good, so good.
I don't think Xhaka's got 8 career goals.
You're right.
You might be right.
Yeah.
Most of the time, it's been spent off the field because he's got a red card.
And this is a concern here. Tony's right. Look, the next goal is really going to dictate this game. We've got 8 minutes left until half time. If we can nick a goal in the next 8 minutes, then I think that'll be setting us up for a good second half.
Come on.
Well,
that
that's
international
cool.
break has not worked well for us at all, has it?
Yeah.
That was a nice little save by Rami, but defensively we are shit.
Oh, great save by Aaron Ramsdale. Ooh. Vincey makes me laugh. He said the next goal wins. Hey, Vincey, maybe if we got Michael Massey in Formula One to manage this game and referee it, like at the end of last season, that'll probably work there. Next goal wins. That's how Max Verstappen won the world title last season. Crazy. Absolutely crazy.
Some reinforcements and some changes need to be made in the second half.
But what do we change? Like I'm looking at our subs bench, right?
You got to get Martinelli on, man.
Exactly.
Yeah, you have to.
And Pepe.
The Pepe's not on the bench.
Pepe's not even there. Like,
yeah.
Oh, is he not?
No, he's got an illness, a stomach bug.
So what I'd do is I'd be looking at Nketiah and Xhaka and saying, you two have done bugger all this off, come off and bring in 2 guys who are chomping at the bit for it.
Nketiah's not even on the pitch.
Yeah.
He means Lacazette. He means Lacazette.
Yeah, sorry, I meant Lacazette. Yeah, get Lacazette and Xhaka off, and bring on speed and pace and urgency onto the pitch. God.
Look, guys, I've got to.
Intensity is. I mean, look, if there's anything to be said, Vieira is doing himself a great job of showing himself to be capable of being the Arsenal manager.
Oh God!
If you want to look at it like that, Tony.
It's a bit early. It's a bit early.
Bruv, no, I'm not gonna stop saying it.
Be honest, I'm gonna answer that question by doing this.
No, but I mean, if you're looking at the future, if you're looking into the future, fine.
Come on, guys. We got 5 minutes to score, man. Just get a goal. Here we go. Odegaard, blocked. We just need to get a goal, man, before half time. It said, "What's your name, Ken?" Oh my God, I was hoping Ken's name wouldn't make the stream. Jerome, what's going on, Jerome? Jerome says 1 attempt, none on target. I know, it's absolutely shocking, mate. It's listen. If all is said and done, guys, and we lose this game, I'm not going to try and make it turn me at all, because Arsenal, we're in a position where something like this could happen. Some people came on tonight before the game and said, this is a banana split game. I've been talking about banana split games for weeks. I said that we wouldn't win at Wolves. I said we wouldn't beat Villa, and we've gone to them places and we won. So I'm not even gonna chastise myself if we don't win. I still think we can get something out of tonight, guys. I really do. But
I think it depends on what happens in the second half as to whether or not we get something out of this game or not. It depends on the change that he makes. I mean, if he sticks with the same team through the majority of the second half, we're screwed.
Yeah.
That's terrible play, boys.
Sporty Jordan says, "What's up, Tony Cox? My thoughts exactly. This is a playoff. Yeah, it's a cup final. They all are."
No, but
Gary said, "Don't forget goal difference."
And Vieira, and I'm gonna trump with Vieira every day. Yeah, for people who don't know it, Patrick Vieira was a good friend of mine. We both lived in
Partey's giving the ball away again.
Yeah,
he hasn't done that for months.
Partey is not on point. Partey's been shit, and in this half, I'm giving him 2.
Wow, man's playing the ball to the other team like Xhaka, man. Partey's playing poor. Xhaka's playing poor. Xhaka can't get a step on Gallagher. Partey can't pass to his own team. Look, we can talk about... Name me one player, one Arsenal player that's played well. What has Smith Rowe done on the left? What has Saka, Arsenal talisman? What has Saka done on the right? Nothing. None of them are playing well. Ben White's getting rinsed. Gabriel was at fault for the second goal. None of them. Name me one Arsenal player that's playing well.
Rami.
Well, it wouldn't look so good if you got 2 goals against in
your I can't even talk about Ramsdale. Yeah,
that can't be a...
I mean, the goals were not his fault. The goals were not his fault, but
yeah,
defensively, we're just... In actual fact, we're getting out-muscled in the middle.
Yeah, we are.
Tavares has lost the ball.
And as far as the flanks go, we're just non-existent.
Nay says subs needs to happen straight away. Yeah, I would like Arteta to
Martinelli has to bring Martinelli on.
But the problem with Arteta, he does a Wenger every single game, or most games.
He can't with this one.
Yeah.
After 50 minutes, they need to have been warmed up and on the pitch. And he's got to throw the kitchen sink at it now. But
he won't. He'll wait until about 82 minutes and then he'll bring on his first sub.
Yeah.
That's exactly what he did. What was the game that we went to Apollo and we were on 2-0?
Yeah, was it the
Pepe goal, the Eddie Nketiah assist?
No, hold on a second.
It was in March. I can't remember the game that we went to when we won 2-0.
Hold on a second. That was Leicester. Yeah.
When did the manager bring on 85 minutes?
Yeah, it was
Go on.
A few seconds behind Naomi's.
Go on.
Guys, we need to get a goal. We've got 2 or 3 minutes. We need to get a goal quickly. It's a crossing from Odegaard. It goes to it's actually defended well.
1 minute of extra time added in the first half.
Xhaka just in the box. Like, when is he going to get a touch of the ball in the box so he can get his boot through it? When is Lacazette going to get a touch in the box so he can get his boot through it? Grant says it's reality check. Not really, Grant. That's really unfair when they've won 5 games on the road away from home, beating Wolves, the Villa, and it's not a reality check, mate. It's just teams can't maintain good forms forever, mate. They just can't, especially when you're the youngest team in the league. The reason why we're losing this game is for one reason, and I've talked about this for months. And I've said that when the pressure's not been on the youngest team in the league, when the pressure's not been on them, they've been able to perform. But the whole world knows now that Spurs are in fourth and Arsenal are now on the back foot. The pressure's on their shoulders. So now we're seeing the heavy weight of that pressure on the youngest team in the league. And this is the result of it. It's a lot of pressure. These are kids out here playing for Arsenal, and today they're just not up for the challenge.
Well, there we got our first shot at goal. That header from Gabriel counts as our first attempt.
Wow.
Right on the stroke of half time.
Absolute poor.
Yeah.
So this is where
the
manager is going to make his money, because this is if he can make this comeback in the second half, then you can go, yeah. But if not, Patrick Vieira, he's got to be my manager. I want to tell you guys a story. Me and Patrick Vieira go back a long way. When he first came to Arsenal, as I said, we used to go out together. Yeah, when Patrick Vieira got delivery of his first Porsche, remembering he was only 20 years old at the time, got delivery of his first Porsche. He couldn't even reverse it. He had to say, "Tone, can you come and reverse this Porsche for me?" I showed him how to do it. But he's the nicest guy. I used to get regular comps from him. Obviously, the guy's a legend, World Cup winner, done it all. He, to me, is our manager of the future. As much as I like Arteta, let's be honest, Patrick Vieira is an invincible. If it wasn't going to be Thierry Henry to be our manager of the future, then for me, got to be Vieira.
See, this game right now is not a managerial issue. This comes down to it comes down to the players. And right now,
as well.
The players are poor, man. Players have been poor.
Don't forget. Look at man for man what he's working with. Yeah, look at man for man what he's working with. He's working with a shoestring budget. He don't have a 72 million Pepe.
Good players. Good players.
Yeah, he don't have none of the players on 200 grand a week. He's working with a shoestring budget, and he's punching this team way above where anybody expect them to be. This is a team that's got a result at Man City.
They're just working harder than us. They're working way harder than us. You can tell there's no energy in our team, way too slow. Tavares has been really awful, destabilized the whole back line. Odegaard has been missing. Saka's been missing. Smith Rowe's been missing. Lacazette. I mean,
none of them are playing well. Yeah, I agree.
Really I'm really disappointed. We waited 16 days to watch this. It's like we never learn. Like this always happens.
But guys, look, I don't want to downplay the fact of one game doesn't make a team, and this team has been playing some fantastic football. And one of the comments on there I just talked about where somebody had said, let's see if I can find it, a reality check. It's not a reality check. This team is the youngest team in the league. They've won 5 games away from home in a row, and they won 10 out of 11. The only team that really pasted them was Liverpool, and in the first hour, we were matching them toe for toe. It's just that when you look at where we are now in this game, I said after 10 minutes before the first goal, we're not matching their urgency. We're just not.
We've been played off the park throughout the whole pitch, quite literally, especially down the flanks.
And that's the total opposite to what we saw against Villa and what we saw against Wolves. And so to come out and say it's the manager, I accept your opinion, but I don't share that at all. I think the players they're not bringing it. And right now in the dressing room, Arteta is probably throwing shit around everywhere, saying, "What on earth are you guys doing? We talked about this in training. We worked on the game plan, and you've come out just looking flat. Not one player on that pitch. Yeah, let's go from top to bottom. Ramsdale, well, he's letting 2 goals. maybe he could have done something with the first one, but not so much with the second one.
Not his fault.
Suarez is up against Zaha, and actually he's holding his own. Ben White has just been out of position. Gabriel was at fault for the second goal. Tavares has just been horrible. Thomas Partey is giving the ball away.
Cedric's been getting roasted by Zaha, like roasted, physically, skill-wise.
So
the whole team is getting roasted.
So Partey has been giving the ball away to the other team. Xhaka, how much touches of the ball does Xhaka actually have in this half?
One.
Gallagher is running all over him. How many runs has Saka made into the box from the right-hand side? How many penetrative runs has Smith Rowe made from the left? I haven't found any at all. Odegaard is getting swamped in the midfield, which is another game plan from Patrick Vieira. He's only following what Klopp did. And then the last player to mention is Lacazette. What's he been doing? There's not one single player that you guys can tell me that has been playing well.
I don't even think Lacazette's touched the ball once.
He has, but it's just been weak. You know, we can talk about we can talk about tactics, we can talk about formation, we can talk about the manager, we can talk about Crystal Palace, but the deciding factor is when you walk across that white line as a player, you're the man that's got to go out there and do the job, and they ain't done it.
Listen, I'm more than happy to kind of come out and say when Arteta's not like doing his job, but this isn't a setup issue. This is the same lineup or similar lineup the way he's played for weeks. Like this comes down to like I think like everybody's talked about it. Comes down to attitude, the fact that we're playing so slow. I don't understand why we're playing so slow. But yeah, we are just not at the races when it comes to this game. And it's so disappointing. And I hope this is just a hiccup. But like I've warned Arsenal fans over the last few weeks, fasten your seatbelt because it's gonna be up and down. And I wouldn't be surprised if we won this game 3-2, which is what I'm still hoping for.
Yeah, we got to get something out of the game. Bertram's finally joined us. He says technical athletes against technical kids need some changes at halftime. We all agree.
And they need to be made. They need to be made now, not 85 minutes.
GK says lack of awareness for both goals. For the first goal, it was lack of awareness. For the second goal, it was a mistake. You can see Gabriel's going for the ball and he just mistimes it. And really, he should have played the man. I saw Lacazette walk up to him after the goal and say, look, bro, lift your head up. We've still got a game to play here. Don't take it on. And that's the thing. When a kid makes a mistake like that, how badly do they suffer? I remember Tavares making a mistake against Liverpool and the whole team just capitulated. It's hard on this team because they're so young. GK says, not a reality check, just horrible. Yes, I agree, 100%. Don't know who this is. This is Randall. Randall says, I was expecting Leno and Martinelli to start. They got to get Martinelli on the pitch. Vincent says, what's going on at Stan is we need some of that Super Bowl money our way.
I actually read online that Kroenke wants to sell the club.
No, it's April's Fool. It was April's Fool. It was done on the 1st. And Bertram says, Zaha having fun, wondering how long before Paulo starts blaming Xhaka. No one is playing. The good new thing about that is I don't have to blame Xhaka. Everybody else on the panel has been talking about him, but they also are talking about other players on the team as well. Xhaka is not the only person on the team who's not playing well. The entire team, in my opinion, and I just went through them, have not played well. Gary says, nothing to do with the manager. Players are nervous from the start, 100%. Great comment, mate. And I mentioned the lack of focus, the lack of urgency. You could see it from the start. They didn't start the game very well. It says the defense going forward, as much as I like Laka, we need more energy from Martinelli or Eddie for Laka. I know. And it's when a player's not doing anything, this is what's frustrated me about Lacazette and Nketiah this season. When I hear guys come on and say, oh, Nketiah ain't this, Nketiah ain't doing that. When you got a player on the pitch who's doing nothing and is giving nothing, yeah, how bad can it get? How low can you go? If you don't want to put a player on the pitch because you think he's not good enough, what about the player that's on there already who's not doing nothing?
Exactly.
No, Polo, what's the difference?
I just don't get it.
He'll just run more. He's not going to score. He's just going to run more. That's literally the only difference. Like,
but what have you got to lose?
There's no difference between the two, to be honest.
But African Guna, what have you got to lose? Because your guy on there.
Yeah, you don't. You don't.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's going to make any difference. For me, Martinelli has to come on right now and at halftime. That's pretty much the only savior.
I agree.
For me. No Pepe, no nothing else. We have nothing. We have nothing on the bench, really.
Yeah, I agree.
Right, who is on the bench? Because I didn't actually see who's on the bench.
I did bring up the team sheet. I cannot find it now again because God knows where I put it. But I mean, like I said, I remember I had that running joke on the forum that there's 5 subs next season, and I said we don't have 5 subs because 3 or 4 of our players are academy players in every single game, like every single game, because we don't have bums. We've only got 18 squad players after January. 18.
That's poor.
That's
poor.
I mean, you can understand the thought around that because we were out of the cup competitions at that time. But next season that has to improve. But like if you look at the bench right now, like it's only Martinelli and Nketiah. Well, I think Flores is a left back, and I don't know who Ngongbo is. So
I mean, nobody does. We all heard about Flores today making his first team debut, but a lot of the players, Hutchinson, and we can go through quite a few names. A lot of them have just made the name on the first sheet, sat on the bench just to fill a space.
Yeah, that's...
I don't know what I've done with the team sheet.
No, he has to bring on Martinelli and Nketiah. Like within the first 5 minutes of the second half. Like they should be warming up right now as we speak.
Vincey would bring on Flores.
GK said, "Would you change the system?" I would. I would go with a 3-5-2. I'd put 2 men up front. I'd put 2 men in the box. I'd flood the midfield. I'd bring in another midfielder. I'd probably drop Smith Rowe back and put Martinelli on and put him up wide in a 5-man midfield. I'll take off Tavares. He hasn't played well. And I'd go with 3 at the back. I'd go with a 3-5-2. That's the only way I could see them going forward in this game. And you've just said exactly the same thing. Bertram says, Kroenke, not the problem. Players need to have energy. Definitely change the system. Yeah, the system needs to be changed. Carletto, good to see you. Jordan Ayew hardly ever scores. Sure enough, playing against Arsenal. Yeah, I totally agree.
We're the gift that keeps giving.
Bobby says, Apollo's right. We need someone up front who's going to press the defenders a lot more than Zach. And yeah, Eddie would do that. Eddie's our hardest working forward player. And not just that, but when the ball comes in the box, he's going to get on the end of it. And he's got, you only have to look at. I just think it's the wrong thing. It's hard to judge a player when he's not even started a single game for you this season. It's just embarrassing, to be honest. Jordy, Sporty Jordan says the smaller squad is a consequence of the Deadwood clear out. Agreed. It was a calculated risk. Yeah, I mean, nobody looked at Tomiyasu and said that was going to be a problem, did they? But in the back of our mind, we always knew it could happen to somebody, and he's the person it's happened to. And we've got to ride that wave. But we need players like Pepe to be fit. Yeah, he came down with a stomach bug. So it was just unfortunate.
Oh, now, all right. So it's about to kick off. I think Martinelli's coming on.
Good. So let's get a confirmation from that when we know what's going on. African Guna would be really, really happy about that. As I said, I would take off Xhaka and put on Martinelli. And what I would do is I would put Martinelli on the left and put Smith Rowe in that 8 spot that Xhaka was in. You get a lot more out of Smith Rowe than you would of Granit Xhaka. And Nuno off. That's exactly what I said. I said go 3 at the back. And Gary's talking about, yeah, so look, guys, Bertram, Vincey, all of you guys out there, GK, Sporty Jordan, Gary, G, all of you guys, Cool K, Carletto, it looks like the manager is doing all he can do at this point because the team has just been flat. So we have to have a look at this and see what's actually happened. Let's get some confirmation.
Yeah, it looks like Martinelli's coming on, which is good.
But who's he taking off?
Nuno.
Nuno, yeah.
So what he seems to be doing, Neomis, is that, remember that 5-man midfield I talked about, 3-5-2?
Yeah.
It seems like he's dropping Xhaka back into the 5-man midfield.
Yeah, to help protect him from all of his deficiencies. I think that's the only way.
Yeah, which means that you would have Smith Rowe, Odegaard, Xhaka, Partey, and Saka as your 5 midfield.
Yeah.
And then you go with
Lacazette and Martinelli up front.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay. It's game on, guys. It's a game of 2 halves. It's a tactical change. Enough time for us to get something out of this game. Let's bring it on, guys. I have to get another drink, as you know. Me and my lungs. I'm gonna have to get a refill. We just lost somebody. Oh, it was that African Guna. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's just me. Yeah, Tony's on me. And yeah, Ebony's back.
Right. Okay. I'll be back in a second, guys. I just need to get some more drink.
Right. So now Martinelli is on. I'm hoping for some impetus here.
Yeah, I think we should get that. If we get a goal earlier on, then game on.
But we've got no defense.
Well, if we're playing with this kind of 5 midfielders, like this is where we have to be the one to swarm them. But it all comes down to, like, are we gonna physically go and work hard enough? Are we gonna run around, track back, do what we need to do, and do the hard graft? If we're not doing that, then it doesn't matter what formation that we play.
Yeah, it's just. And I had a feeling that this might happen, but me and my optimism.
Yeah, no, I know. I mean, I think we all would want to be optimistic, especially like with everything that's going on. And let's be really honest. Like it's not over. I've tempered my expectations. I've already planned for the worst, and I'm hoping for the best. And that's the way I see it. I think that's how I'm going to keep my sanity when it comes to Arsenal.
Because I'm looking at this game right now. I'm thinking, if we don't get 4th spot, okay. Is it time for him to go?
What, Arteta? Well, okay. If he doesn't get 4th, what are you saying, that he gets 5th or 6th? Because my premise has always been like, if he gets 8th or below, he's got to go. But for me, I had no expectations of finishing 4th or 5th this season. Maybe 6th if we did what we needed. But for me, I thought we'd get 7th just because it showed some type of growth. But yeah, I don't know what does everybody else think. I see GK has just said no. Is that no to me saying if Arteta gets 8th and below?
No, I don't think it. I don't think that Arteta should go. I just think that sometimes he just needs to get his game plan right and make substitutions at a decent time. And Lacazette is now injured.
Well, I think all of that comes down to just kind of bad long-term planning. The problem is we put ourselves in a position whereby, like, we don't have many options when we should have a lot more options to kind of play with. And some of them are down to injuries, like obviously, like there's no Pepe, who I think if Pepe was healthy, I'd have been on throw him and Martinelli on this game. But like we don't really have another option for Lacazette. I mean, yeah, we have Nketiah, but Nketiah is not great at holding the ball up. So it all comes back to, should we have maybe brought in a striker on loan just to kind of be able to hold the ball out and bring others into play?
And the thing is, look how many players we've got out on loan.
Yeah.
And I keep saying that the one player that would have actually helped us out is Ainsley Maitland-Niles.
Oh, for me, he should be starting in the midfield over Xhaka. The things that we've seen wrong in this game, Maitland-Niles wouldn't have let most of those happen. His energy and be able to just get around the pitch quick enough.
Yeah.
Like, no way. No way Conor Gallagher would have been running circles around Maitland-Niles like that. You know, you could make an argument that maybe Conor Gallagher's a better player than him, but not be able to get things so easy.
It'd put in a challenge.
Yeah, exactly.
And if you look at the first half, especially down the flanks, Suarez has been in Zaha's pocket.
Yeah, it's found it tough.
Midfield, I don't know what Thomas Partey is doing. I just do not know what he's been doing. It's like, why is he I don't know if it's tiredness or, you know, lack of fitness, but the amount of times he's given the ball away, it's like, really?
Yeah, he's almost gone back to the old Thomas Partey. He's been sloppy in this game. And we need the Thomas Partey over the last 5-6 games in this, right? We can't be making mistakes like this. But now Saka's driving forward. Go down, Saka. Come on. That's got to be a penalty. And it's not a penalty.
Why is that not a penalty? And he's brought down in the box. It was brought.
It must be because Kouyaté also went down as well.
Watch it again.
Oh, he doesn't even look at the screen. Yeah.
It's like he pushes it.
Yeah. The referee will say it's shoulder to shoulder, but that's a definite push off, isn't it?
Of course it is.
And VAR should have a look at that. VAR should definitely be looking at that. But I've kind of got used to that now.
So you're gonna you're giving Crystal Palace a free kick when a player
for the same push off, isn't it? You literally ignored one push off, but you're now saying at this point of the pitch that push does count.
Bias.
And he didn't even push him. Mateta is holding him and falls over.
Okay, push forward. Come on, Lacazette. Ah! For crying out loud. It's a joke. Is that a free kick again?
So, guys, I've just come back into the room. I've seen Martinelli's on. Who's come off?
Nuno.
Okay. That's an interesting choice. So, who's playing left back? Xhaka?
Crystal Palace have a free kick.
Who's playing left back, bruv?
I thought it was still Suarez.
No, left back. Right back is Suarez.
I don't know who's playing left back. All right, Crystal Palace have now have a free kick. No, miss, you're about 5 seconds ahead of me.
Yes, and the free kick was saved, so don't worry, it's fine. Nothing happened there.
Nice catch. Nice catch. Right, come on now. We are chasing shadows right now. What? What was it?
Yeah, I think Lacazette started in an offside position there. At least off screen.
And Gary Stringer's right, we're giving away stupid fouls and dangerous free kicks.
Yeah, Jacques has gone left back.
No, is it? Oh, God help us all.
It's a very interesting choice. It's more attacking. Interesting. Give it him. Go on, that's it.
Well, the passing and movement on point, and it goes off field. So I take it that everybody wants Lacazette gone at the end of the season.
Oh yeah, well we shouldn't give him a new deal. Like it's time to move on.
Yeah,
and I don't hate the guy or anything like that.
I mean, let's be honest. 180 grand a week, and you're scoring 3 goals. Nah.
Yeah.
Nah. Not in any world. Not in any universe. Great tackle from Soares. Oh, then gives it away. Terrible. Redeemed himself again, but then gave it away. Oh, come on.
All right, I want to come on our tail. Where's the other substitute?
Whose TV is on loud?
It might be mine. Can you still hear it?
Yeah.
You can. All right.
Yeah, that's all right there.
Cool.
Yeah, okay, that sounds better. So, guys, what's been happening since I've been gone? Sorry, guys, I still have to deal with this COVID thing, I'm afraid. It's been over a year, but it's not over yet, man. The good news is
nothing by the looks of it.
The good news is
well, Crystal Palace had a free kick, which Rami saved.
Mm-hmm. Bertram says, Odegaard has been beyond poor, needs to improve. 18 says, really great to see Niamis back. I did tell you that we would lose 3-1.
Oh, thanks, 18.
Sporty Jordan says, not understanding why we're talking about Arteta out. The man is executing his plan, project, and a squad in improving the summer. Yeah, who mentioned Arteta out? If it's totally talking about Vieira, let him.
No. What I was saying is that I did ask the question: if we didn't make 4th place, does it mean Arteta out? And because some fans will actually say Arteta out.
But it's not down to the fans; it's down the front office. The owners wanted him to get back into Europe. So anybody would the target this year was 6th or 4th, because you 4th
or 4th. That's a massive difference.
It is a massive difference.
7th gets us into Europe as well. Let's not forget 7th.
It's not so much that, but the 4th place was because of the money. That's 42 million guaranteed, and 42 million in the Champions League would allow you to go out there and spend big on a striker. Whereas if you make the Europa, that's 13.6 million. So there's a big difference between the monetary terms. We ain't getting none of that this season. This season, we've got no European money whatsoever. So the hope is getting back into Europe. New Adidas and Emirates deals in 2024 would catapult us out of the debt that we're in. We're in a lot of debt right now, guys. But yeah,
everybody's in debt.
But Tony made a comment about how the fan base will go into meltdown if fourth place capitulates, and not me.
Yeah, they would. They would.
Yeah,
they would.
You know what Arsenal fans are like.
Exactly.
Arsenal fans
will go to every single.
Oh my God! Saka finally doing something, and he has a shot to go. That was in frustration there for Saka because he's done nothing all game. Nothing. He's done this 59 minutes gone, and he's done. That was the first thing I could say. He got the ball on the right. He takes on a man. He's manned up on the defense. He's gone past him and swings the ball in. It's just too high. It's not even on target. That's frustration. GK says not only his second season on where we're top 4, but let's see what he can do with better forwards. Yeah, I agree, bro. Listen, there's anybody who says to me that this squad is not growing just isn't watching this team. G says
this team is growing.
Vincitone Tavares gets hooked often. Plenty of upside with him, but he's had bad games. 2 in 10s, not 5 in 10s like Xhaka and Lacazette. Kuke says Tavares getting thrown under the bus. Apollo was right. The whole team sucks. We've been on autopilot for the last couple of months. Some teams have just started to suss us out. Bound to happen at some point. That's a point.
I don't believe it's sussing out. I just believe we're not at the races today. We ain't playing like we usually play.
Yeah.
Is that not a song?
Bertram saying, why is Odegaard still on the pitch? There's a level of why. Yeah, Bertram, I think we can say that for 5 or 6 or 7 players.
Yeah, and let's
be honest, Bertram.
In today's game, anyway.
And let's be honest, who are you going to bring on? You ain't got nothing on the bench to bring on in that position. Yeah. You have nothing. Zero. Zilch. Kaput. Yeah. It's finished.
Yeah, that's a fair point. Yeah, that's a fair point. Another one here feeling sorry for Nuno says, unfortunately, he needs to develop his defensive game. I think it's more about what Tony... I'm siding with Tony Cox here because we all understand that when you've been left out in the cold for 2 or 3 months and then you're asked to be coming in to a big game to perform, it's not like it is in practice. It's the whole fans around you in the stadium, the whole event, there's pressure on, and it's a different kind of mental vibe. And unfortunately, we've seen, look, Sambi was our standout. Sambi, in the first half of the season, played better than Xhaka and Partey put together. And then when they brought him back in the team after 2 months, he looked dog shit. It's just how it is. It's just, doesn't mean there's a bad player in there. It just means you need a string of games to see what you can really do. Cedric Soares has been steady. I don't believe he's had a rating under 6 since he's been in the team. So it just goes to show you what a steady run can actually give you in the team. Gary says, just giving away stupid fouls and dangerous free kicks. And Sporty said to Tony Cox, Xhaka is left back. Oh Lord.
Yeah. Thanks.
That's exactly what my response was.
So that means that Soares is in the middle 5 then.
No, it's a back 4.
It can't be a back 4. It's got to be a back 3.
No, it's a back 4. Xhaka has taken over from Tavares.
Oh man, this. Anyway, I would have preferred a 3-5-2. I think that would have brought us. That would have dominated the midfield and brought us back into the game. 18 said, "You're right about this being a cup final. Arsenal are playing like they're in Baku."
Weak.
Oh, jeez.
Don't even remind me of Baku. Don't remind me.
That should have been the goal.
Smith Rowe just passed it. Smith Rowe just did a back pass. 18 just said, "You're right about this being a cup final. Arsenal are playing like they're in Baku." That's too funny.
Get your backside back in the goal.
Well, don't be that annoying wife, Ebony. Yeah, we don't need another Jada Pinkett Smith on our hands.
Oh man,
yeah.
She's like the most hated black woman in the world right now.
Oh dear.
She's like the Maleficent right now in the Hollywood community.
Poor Jada.
Oh, poor Will.
Yeah, I feel sorry for Will, man. I know he said that his family don't do. I know he said his family don't do.
She's just not. She's getting ripped, but he's getting ripped twice as much.
Please don't tell me that Martinelli's injured. Oh, for crying out.
No. Oh, please be all right. Please. Oh no.
Oh my God.
Was that
Martinelli's down, everybody, and it looks bad.
No, he's getting up. He's getting up. He's getting up. He's getting up. Come on now.
Let him run it off.
God, African Gooner must be dying on this one.
Physios are coming out now.
This referee has been piss poor.
That's an innocuous foul, but it's just one that. Mate.
Here comes Nketiah. Here comes Nketiah.
God, what's the time? He's actually given. This is the most minutes Nketiah has had in a game this season.
That is disgusting.
It is.
Seriously,
and you want to hear the joke, Leon, Miss?
He came on 5 minutes before the end of the game.
You want to hear a joke, Leon, Miss? He's averaging a goal every 71 minutes, and yet he can't get a start.
I'm not surprised about that.
Crazy.
I'm not surprised.
It's absolutely crazy. It's absolutely crazy.
I don't think he's coming off though. Hold on. Is he off?
Vincey says, poor Chris Rock. Chris Rock, man. Chris Rock poured oil on the fire, man. He poured oil on the fire and he got burnt. That's what happened to him. He poured oil on the fire and got burnt. G says, Jacquet left back will be a problem. Not sure what Mikel is thinking on that one. Me neither, bro. Just go to a back three.
All right, so Soros is coming off.
Yeah, he's going for broke. He's going for broke. There we go.
So it's a back three now. It's a back three, 4 in the middle, 2 up top.
Well, hold on, Lacazette's still on the pitch, right?
It should be 5 in the middle, Tony.
Yeah.
It should be 5 in the middle. It should be 3-5-2, which is what I asked for at half time.
Oh yeah, 3-5-2. Yeah.
But we should have started like this 20 minutes ago, after the break, because we've come out in the second half and looked no different from the from the first half. Sporty Jordan saying no fullbacks. No, when you're in a 3-5-2, you do have 2 fullbacks just playing further up the pitch, bro.
Yeah.
That formation facilitates that, and then it leaves the 3 holding in the midfield. Oh no, Odegaard, bad miss.
Oh my God, what? Eddie Nketiah instant impact.
That's my boy Eddie, man.
Nice cross to Odegaard. Odegaard just puts it wide.
Ooh.
Great 1-2 with Eddie and Saka. Saka's now on the left, I believe.
That should have been a goal.
That should have been a goal.
Oh, Jesus Christ, when it's not going their way, it's not going their way. Well played by Nketiah there. Instant impact. That's what you need.
You see, this is what I'm talking about. People need to give Nketiah a chance. I must be the biggest fan in this group of 4 right now.
Did he kick that onto his own foot? I think he got that slightly wrong.
Bad miss by Odegaard, man.
When anybody disses Nketiah, it's me that saves his day. No
We've
love
still
for
got
him.
time. We've still got time.
Yeah, we've got
get
24
a goal
minutes.
now. There's loads of time to get an equaliser.
Come on, close it down. Stop ball watching, man. What's this? Come dancing.
Yeah, Gary says it should be 2-2. Stylist says you have to score there. Totally agree, man. G says every time Eddie comes on, Uber sells a disaster, and then he says I'm joking. Yeah, you can't say that because you know what? When Aubameyang was playing, we were all laughing at him. So every time I hear somebody making that statement, it's a joke. Yeah, that statement is a joke because Aubameyang weren't getting it done here. Oh, real fullbacks. Yeah, all right. Sorry, Sporty Jordan. I didn't realize that. Vince is saying, notice nobody is giving credit to Xhaka for that ball into Smith Rowe.
Was it Xhaka? No, I'll give if Xhaka got give him a compliment for the ball.
See, there's your compliment right there, bro.
It's the only compliment that he's gonna get.
Yeah, I ain't giving him shit. You lot can give him everything you want, man.
Apollo, you gotta stop. You gotta stop.
Giving him the damn thing. You know, that's why I love you guys. You guys are here balancing that shit up, man. That's what we're here for. I mean, could you imagine? We've been playing 69 minutes, and that's his claim to fame in this game.
Oh,
but it's not all about Xhaka, because I call that. Look, Odegaard has been terrible. Saka's done one move in this game on that right hand side, one move. So it ain't just about Xhaka. It ain't just about Xhaka. None of them have been playing well. Gary saying, and this is Lacazette. Gary saying Eddie's done more in 5 minutes than Lacazette has in nearly an hour. There you go.
True. That is very true. That's why I keep telling people, leave the boy alone.
Yeah. All right, I don't normally get myself involved in Chris Rock and Will Smith chatter because I'm sick to death of the thing right now. But Sporty Jordan says, I wish Will Smith would slap our entire team and wake them up. That is hilarious. Oh God, that would even drive me to get a GIF and put this on the screen, but I'm just sick and tired of the damn thing. What's frustrated me most about today, and I can go around the clock and talk to you guys, is how ineffective Thomas Partey's been. Partey has been lights out. Yeah? Partey has been lights out. To me today, that was the biggest disappointment. Tony, what's really let you down mostly today? Any player out there?
Or... what about? Oh.
Yeah. Wasn't going anywhere.
Shit. I mean, with so many poor performances, it's hard to just pick one player and just say, oh, it's his fault. It ain't. It's a lack of combined, effort and accuracy and precision with their play, errors. So many things have gone wrong for so many players. I can't level one player as being the sole error or the sole source of our downfall today. There's at least 5 players on that pitch today. You just go, nah, weren't at it. Just weren't at it.
Yeah, that's half the team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can't afford to have that. No team can. No team can have 5 players not playing at their optimum.
Yeah,
1 or 2, but not 5. Because we're basically going to say Saka's done nothing all game. Odegaard's done nothing all game.
Partey. And that's your 3 top players.
Partey.
Yeah.
Emil Smith-Rowe ain't torn up trees today.
No, he hasn't.
Is it not? It's his off day.
Well, he has. He's hardly started. He's hardly started.
Ain't doing nothing. Then the problem ain't just one player. The whole thing is the amount of players. I mean, look, okay, 80% possession in this second half.
That's a joke.
I'm just watching Naomi's because Naomi's is that second.
But all they need is a goal now, and then get one in the next 10 minutes. Just
get it.
Go get in there.
It ain't
What's
happening.
it doing? Why doesn't Lacazette take the ball and shoot? Why does he always? He's standing on the penalty spot. He's standing on the penalty spot. Just turn and shoot.
You cannot be serious. They haven't got a penalty. They have not got a penalty.
Are you having
seriously? That's not a penalty.
Let's watch it again.
You're looking at the Zaha one.
That's terrible. He slipped.
Get lost. That was a fucking slip.
Please.
Oh, I see where Odegaard's foot just pushes in. That's what they're saying. Look at the foot.
It's a penalty. It's a penalty, Odegaard.
Sweet baby Jesus. What have we done? Oh.
This is the nail in the coffin. This was the banana split that I thought that we were going to be seeing a long time ago.
That wasn't even a penalty.
No,
I think it was.
It's a penalty.
I think it was.
It was just
and Bertram Odegaard should not be in his own box. Yeah, I mean, he's been atrocious, but a lot of the other players have. As Tony said, there's 5 or 6 players on the pitch, and they've not played well. I mean, I know you're talking about Odegaard, Bertrand, but who's played well? Tell me one player on the pitch that has played well. He's been awful. All I've seen Partey to do today is give the ball away. That's not Partey. I've seen Partey play entire games without giving the ball to the opposition, and all I've seen him do tonight is pass the ball to the other team.
I'm just waiting for Nermus's reaction.
There you go. There's my reaction right there.
Okay, thank you.
3-0.
Yeah.
Ivan Toney before his haircut. Wilfred Zaha. There you go.
Fuck you, Zaha.
Ooh.
Ebony, he's got a year left on his deal.
Ebony, you do know when you swear you do demonetize this.
I'm sorry.
Ebony, I don't blame you.
I'm sorry.
It took me a while to not swear on this channel.
I'm sorry.
I actually have a deal with Dell Computers, and they won't touch anything that's on this channel with swearing. They pull the finance.
I apologize. It's not my intention to lose you money, so I apologize.
And I'm about to join a consortium which we've been talking about for a while. And,
are you going to buy Arsenal Football Club?
No, it's nothing like that. It's just a monthly show.
Okay,
it's just a monthly show. But that's one of the sort of standards that all of us, because none of us, we see it happening on other channels, which I don't want to mention on here. But it's just something that none of us really do.
I apologize.
Well, guys, this is the banana split that I talked about for a while. There's not really much you can say about it. It is what it is, man. It's bound to happen. You can't go unbeaten forever.
I thought today that, because I tried to be optimistic, and this is the thing that I always say, that every time we're in a position, every time we get into a position,
got substituted. That's an amazing. Thomas Partey got substituted.
Yeah, every time we get into a position where we can do something, this happens. All the time, every time it happens, every single time.
Well, guys, it doesn't really affect our lead position at all, to be honest. We just have to regroup after this one. But most importantly, we've got to beat Tottenham at their place. That is our top four. Yeah? Top four is going to be, even if you lose another one after this, if you beat Tottenham, that's it. Yeah,
really?
If you beat Tottenham, that's it.
Can't lose to Southampton, surely.
No, that's Southampton.
Or man. Brighton.
Or Brighton.
Brighton ain't beating nobody right now. Yeah. Brighton ain't beating nobody right now. The next two games, you got Brighton at home. That's a win. You got Southampton away. Was
that not a foul?
Sometimes that's tricky, but that's a foul. Look, Saka's had been getting fouled all day long, and the ref is just letting them play on.
This ref has been poor, and I'm not even saying that because we've lost.
There's a yellow card. There's your Xhaka yellow card.
What did Xhaka do? And I'm actually being serious.
He pulls Zaha. You can't tackle, so he pulls.
Oh, okay.
He does that all the time. Look,
that's one of the reasons why he needs to go. Because he can't.
You're in the opposite half of the pitch. Why do you feel the need to do that there?
Well, I'm not going to comment on that because it is what it is. Gary saying we're not at the races today. Shocking first half, shocking second half, let down by Bamford. Yeah, I mean Odegaard should have scored that goal, and then what does he go and do on the other end? Give away a penalty. Sporty said apparently Tony is out for the rest of the season.
No way.
Wow.
Okay, so I might go on record now and say we're not going to finish. Okay, I'm not going to say anything. No, I'm not going to say. I'm not going to say nothing.
Wow.
No Tomiyasu and no Tierney.
So basically, we've got no left back. We've got no back. We've got no side back.
And Thomas Partey's hurt.
We've got no side breast. Wow.
Well, we got Lokonga.
Oh yeah. He's a serious player. He should be. I don't know why he's not playing.
Well, he just come on the pitch.
Yeah, but he hasn't played in months, man. January was the last start he had in this team.
True.
And we're in April now, so it's just like two of his last 4 games in the middle of the park was man of the match.
Oh my God!
Neomis, what's going on?
Ball comes through to Nketiah. He turns, shoots, it's saved. Then it comes in the path of Odegaard. You're thinking Odegaard's just gonna bang this away, and then that's saved off the line.
Look at Sambi. They're playing that. Sambi plays the ball through to Saka.
Saka took the shot, not Nketiah.
Oh, sorry, Saka.
Yeah. But did you see the through ball from Sambi?
Yeah. Oh, it was Smith Rowe that took the shot. Okay. All right.
It's a double save by the goalkeeper.
He's got to score there. Someone's got to score there. Oh, look, you've got. Oh my goodness, the goalkeeper's on the floor.
Yeah, it's not meant to be for us today, man. This is yeah. This is where not having a striker who can score hurts you.
Yeah,
right,
absolutely. Yeah. And every game we don't have that, we're gonna be hurt.
Yeah. I said that in my preview, and I said that before the game. I said, Lacazette, it would be nice if you got on the goal sheet and take a plethora of pressure away from these young kids. But
youngsters, yeah.
What did I say? What did I say last season? It was the young guns that actually saved our backsides.
Still this season,
and it's the same this season.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, how is Lacazette justifying 180 grand a week with 3 goals all season?
You best ask the manager.
It's a joke. It's a joke.
We probably go to Spain and whip it up.
Who wants that? Who wants a 3-goal striker?
I just don't see us beating Chelsea and Spurs like this. Bro, it's a bad performance, just like the Everton game. Get over it, man. The team's been lights out of late. And this has been coming for a while. That's why I keep saying to fans, there's going to come a time where they're just going to drop off. It happens to every, Spurs got beaten by Burnley. They got wiped off the map by Man United. It happens. It just happens. It happens. It's not happened to us for a while. That's what the difference has been. We've been sort of squeaky clean.
Yeah, but the thing is, we've played so badly today. It's just
come on, Laka.
Yeah. No intensity.
I really have. I can't even be bothered to say come on Laka anymore.
This guy's on 180 grand a week.
You can't carry that. You can't carry that.
But yet we have. We've got 2 players that we've been carrying all season. Imagine what we would do if we had a Tielemans in for Xhaka or give me a name, Leon, miss for a striker. Yeah, anyone else in except for Lacazette. Do you know what's funny, right? No, don't laugh, Neil. Miss, I gotta crack you up here. You know what's funny? Let me go onto this list. I looked for the list, for the top scorers in the league, for the top 50 scorers in the league, and Lacazette's name is not up there.
It's not.
I can believe that. Like,
I mean, is there a worse striker in the whole of the top 2 divisions than Lacazette right now?
All of the teams,
I'm certain that there ain't a striker anywhere in the top 2 divisions who has scored less than 3 goals.
Yeah, I mean, look, Dennis from Watford's got 9. Ivan Toney's got 11. Yeah, Morpay has got 8. Pookie's got 8. Pookie!
You said Pookie has 8. Pookie has 8.
Wow.
It's an
Norwich.
absolute joke.
Hold on.
I mean, you ain't playing for Doncaster Rovers. You're playing for Arsenal.
Hold on, guys. Here's the funniest one.
How important that position is to Arsenal.
Hold on, guys. Here's the funniest one. Ollie Watkins, a man who can't stay fit, has got 8 goals. Yeah?
Seriously, man.
And then I looked at the top 50, and this guy's not even in there. Yeah.
Wow.
That's your top
Nketiah
scorer.
with a curler. Woo. It's the crossbar.
Ooh, the crossbar gets away.
Oh God. Yeah. Hey, Nketiah, come silence them. Silence.
But listen, he's a goal scorer, man. That's what he does. But he's not starting, so he can't score. Imagine if this guy's playing 90 minutes.
He has to start on the weekend for sure.
It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. I'm telling you.
Yeah. But yeah, all I hear is Arsenal fans telling me that he ain't good enough.
And he is. I'm the only one that backs him.
Yeah.
He's probably not the archetypal striker when you consider what we've had. But let's be honest.
Yeah,
he can't be worse than Lacazette.
Bro, listen, bro. Lacazette has barely hit the target all season. Yeah, Nketiah is averaging a goal every 71 minutes this season.
That is a foul. That is a foul on Martinelli.
Yeah, that's been happening though to Saka, isn't it? Big shout out to Tyler. Tyler's probably a Spurs fan, and he's saying Spurs will get top 4. You're probably right, mate. They probably will. But Tyler, but you have to beat Arsenal at your ground. Yeah, that's the difference right there. Gary's saying, "I'm out, guys. See you next time." Thanks, Gary, for joining the stream, and we'll see you in the next game.
See you later, Gary.
And also, Gary said, "I always back Eddie."
Vieira, whoa, Vieira, who?
You know, I'm too scared to turn up the volume right now.
Guys, isn't that frustrating when you see Lacazette, who, mind you, how many shots has Lacazette actually had tonight?
None.
And then you see Eddie come on, and in 10 minutes, he nearly sets up a goal, and then he hits the crossbar.
But we've got the best manager.
Come on, Tony. Tony, stop. Stop.
What are you doing at the back there, boys? That's a right nightmare mess.
Oh, don't make my
What?
Don't make my fiance do a Tottenham Arsenal 5-0.
Sporty Jordan says the problem with Nketiah is he looks frisky off the bench, but does nothing when he starts the game. But what we're saying is, though, Sporty Jordan, is statistically he actually does do something when he starts, because he scored 18 goals in 29 starts, and he averages a goal every 71 minutes. Yeah,
Xhaka had a shot on target.
Oh my God, Xhaka!
Applaud that.
Hallelujah.
He had a shot on target. It was the first for like 8 months.
So, according to I'm gonna put this up on the screen. This is some funny shit right here. According to this is mad. Oh boy. According to who scored, in terms of player ratings, this is some funny shit. This is funny.
I'll tell you what, we are so dominating this half now. It's unreal. The fact we haven't scored is ridiculous because we are dominating this game.
Right. So according to who scored, the player with the most marks in this grade, let me get rid of this. So Ramsdales had a 5.6, White 5.7, Gabriel 6.1, Xhaka 6.2, Lokonga 6.4, and he has only been on the field for a couple of minutes. He's had 2 through balls though. Smith Rowe 6.1, Saka 6.3, Odegaard 5.2, Martinelli 6.4, Lacazette 5.7, and look who leads the team in marks with 6.6. Eddie Nketiah. And also, the African Guna who told me I was wrong when I said Suarez was playing Xhaka man on man. Suarez has also matched that with a 6.6.
I wouldn't give any of this team 5.
Well, you can't include the subs. That's what I'll say there. The starting 11, they all get 4s.
They don't even get 4s; they get 3s. Every single one of them.
Yeah, I gotta be honest with you guys. Everyone,
even my fiance. Well, actually, not him, because
All right. Oh, sorry. First of all, Tyler. Using the N word, you can't use that language on this channel, mate. You can't use that. So
can you actually ban that idiot off?
So I'm gonna have to report you to YouTube, and I'm gonna have to block you from the channel. So sorry about that, mate.
If I ever met Tyler, I'd knock him out. Sorry.
Yeah, you can't use that. You can't use that language on the forum. And yeah, so I'm gonna have to block you from the channel, bro. And I'll be reporting you to YouTube.
Turn out. Shame we couldn't get a goal because we have played pretty decent since Nketiah's come on.
Yeah, I just we've been asking for him to start for so long. I mean, he's making runs. He's coming back and he's defending. He's helping the midfield win the ball back. He's creating.
It's a shame it's a shame the manager can't see what we can see.
Vincey says, how can you go to stats after a match like this so that we can highlight name? Vincey, you know what they say in the workplace, right? Name and shame. Name and shame, bro. Yeah, name and shame. And so that's why we go to the stats on this one, man. Because to be honest with you, Vincey, I'm probably not going to do player ratings because everyone's been trash. With the exception of who they brought off the bench, I can't give you one Arsenal player that's been exceptional. Not a single one. So the fact that, hear this, the fact that they took off Suarez, who had a 6.6 grade, and they brought on Nketiah, who...
Wow, those match stats have changed immensely.
They have 9 shots and all over them, but Palace done all the work in the first half.
They did. Vieira is the winner.
Bertram saying Anthony Partey was substituted because he got injured. Yeah, it's probably what it looked like. If you're not going to name and if you're going to name and shame, go all the full way. You can help us with that, Vincey. You can do some naming and shaming as well. Let's hear it.
Everybody gets and Ben White hasn't had a bad game. I don't think.
Really, I thought he was sloppy for the first goal.
Ben White's been poor. Gabriel's been poor. I think the best 2 players have been Nketiah.
No, Lacazette. What is wrong with you? Why are you shooting from there? Pass the ratty ball. That's not swearing, by the way. That's patois.
You know what's funny, guys? We're scraping the bottom of the barrel to give an Arsenal player a 6. That's where we are today. Right?
None of the players deserve a 3. Sorry, a 4.
Well, I think Nketiah does.
Nketiah and Martinelli are the only 2 players that actually deserve more than a 5.
Sambi's been on the pitch for 10 minutes now, and he's played 3 through balls.
Shaka.
Into the defense.
Got to hit the target from there.
Man, how horrible is this performance been? Vince is saying, I think I've already read that one. Sporty says, I think that as fans, we have to underestimate Palace. Well, if you weren't in the Emirates in the first game when they were 2-1 ahead of us at home, underestimating Palace would be a mistake. Yeah, I agree. And we've been poor, and Palace have been good. Yeah, 100%, mate.
Yep,
100%. But Arsenal fans have to learn to take this one on the chin and move on. You got another game. You got to go back to the Emirates now against Brighton and get 3 points. That's what's crucial here. Yeah,
and nothing else less than 3 points against Brighton.
Exactly.
And the goal difference. We got to get the goal difference up again because our goal difference got mashed up today.
Yeah.
Between Spurs win yesterday, they've had a swing of 8 goals.
Yeah, very true.
That's how
very
big
true.
that weekend does. A swing of 8 goals.
And this is what we do when we get into a position we screw up badly.
And next week, Tottenham are away to Aston Villa. So Who knows what can happen?
No, Odegaard.
Poor. Absolutely. Let me switch off this phone. Poor.
Yeah, it's
Poor.
just
Poor.
Well. Well done, Patrick Vieira.
yeah.
Arsenal invincible. We look forward to seeing you for our new manager's position in due course. Your application has been duly accepted. I'm saying it. I'm talking it into existence. Dream it, believe it, achieve it. Patrick Vieira for Arsenal skipper.
Oh, come on, man. You know why that's not going to happen, yeah? For the same reason why people are talking about Mikel Arteta. And that's because don't you think Man City is in with a shout? If Mikel Arteta or Patrick Vieira excel in their positions, do you really think that Man City won't come knocking at the door at some point? Let's be honest.
They can have Arteta. We'll have Vieira. Yeah? That's a fair spot for me. Arteta can go to Man City and we'll have Vieira. I'm going to take that all day, every day, and on a Tuesday.
Who do you have as his assistant? Henri?
Oh,
Thierry. What a team.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Bring in Dennis and we got the Holy Trinity there, innit? Do you remember?
Yeah.
Don't remember?
Yeah.
That Trinity was looking to buy the club.
That would be the best.
Yeah. Okay, Vincey's got his player ratings. Tony, do you want to go through them while because of Vincey now?
It's given Ramsdale 5, White 3, Gabriel 2, Tavares 2, Soares 6, Xhaka 5, Partey 4, Odegaard 1, ESR 3, Saka 3, Lacazette 0. He's given Martinelli 6, Eddie 7, and Sambi 6. And he's given Arteta 2. Wow. I mean, I feel harsh on Arteta because I don't think he had much choice. When you have Tomiyasu injured, Tierney injured, who else is missing? Who's missing up front? Pepe missing. He didn't have nobody else to call on. And this just boils down to you left yourself in that position where you had no options. Look at the bench.
Look who's out on loan that we could have used.
Oh, mate.
Maitland-Niles. I can't even say anything.
He's the obvious one.
Listen, Ebony banged it right on the nail on the head. Bam. Who have you got on loan? Unbelievable.
Okay.
And he could have, and the thing is, he could have started Nketiah, the one that I keep championing every single time, but everyone knocks him back. You could have started him today. No, you're bringing him on the bench.
I mean, clearly he's trying to get a tune out of Lacazette that ain't gonna be played this season. You know, the sooner he comes to the realization, I've got to play somebody who's going to give me more legs, more speed, more accuracy. You know, as much as the camaraderie might be given by Lacazette, his output is atrocious. And as I said, I challenge anybody, find me any striker in the top 2 divisions who has less goals than that. I can tell you strikers who haven't even played half a season and got more than 3 goals.
Yeah, bro. Nate says night. I've had enough for Arsenal for today. Live to fight another day. Yeah. All right, darling. Because of Vincey, I'm gonna have to give my grades now. So look, I'm not gonna waste too much time on them. Ramsdale. And if you notice, guys, this is the first time I've ever done the grades where the number is before the player because the whole team was backwards today. So I have to reflect that in the grades. So Ramsdale.
I have a question. There's no number next to Xhaka.
No, I normally write NA, not applicable.
Oh, so is that his point?
He ain't even worth the NA. He ain't even worth the NA. Mind you, Tony did say he had a shot, which went for a field goal. There was a Thomas Partey special and went 40.
No, but he did get one on target.
Yeah, so Tony's going to grade him well. So let's wait to hear what Tony gives on Xhaka. So for me, Ramsdale 5, Cedric gets a 6 today. African Guna was saying he was getting dominated. I didn't see that. I thought he was standing up and giving as good as he got. I thought there's sometimes he got beat and there's sometimes he beat his man. So the war was up there and he was battling. So I'm going to give him a 6. I don't have no man of the match, by the way. 6 is the highest grade that I've got on here, and I don't normally do the subs because they don't normally have an effect to the team. But if I was to, I would give Nketiah probably a 6.5 if I was grading Nketiah, or maybe no. You know what? I give Nketiah a 7. So I didn't enjoy watching anybody on the pitch except for when Nketiah came on, and when he came on and what he did, I enjoyed it. So if anybody's my man of the match, it'd probably be Nketiah. But that doesn't say absolutely nothing at all because the whole team was crap. Gabriel, sorry, White was so bad I actually missed him and went straight to Gabriel. White gets a 3, Gabriel gets a 2. I'm not even talking about their performance as well, which is what I normally do. I'm just giving the grades. Tavares gets a 2. Odegaard gets a 4. Partey gets a 3. Saka gets a 4. Lacazette gets a 2. Smith Rowe gets a 4. Arteta gets a 3. Tony's trying to do some maths there. So Neomis, do you want to go next?
Sure. Yeah, please. Thank you.
Sure. Yeah, my grades are very simple. Everybody gets 4s because they were all poor today. If you're looking at the whole game, for me, Nketiah was the best of a bright bunch, and I like what he was able to give to the team. Ramsdale, I had to give a 4 because he conceded 3 goals, even though obviously he's not part of the general outfield play. Cedric, I did feel he had some good moments, but I did see what African Guna was saying when in the first 20 minutes, Zaha was just being very physical with him, and he just wasn't able to deal with that. But I thought overall he did fine, but still, it's a shame he went off. White, again, 4, not good enough. Gabriel, not good enough. Tavares, wow, not good enough. Odegaard, missing. Partey, sloppy with passing. Xhaka, this is a normal score for Xhaka, is a 4. Saka didn't do anything. And Lacazette, I'm lost for words. Smith Rowe, yeah, I'm very disappointed in him. He's my guy, and I'll give a 4. Even though it's the players on the pitch, it's something that Ebony kept saying all throughout is that we would have more options if we didn't send all our other options out on loan, and that's more so kind of long-term planning. But I mean, what is he supposed to do? He's got some injuries that he's had to manage. And I don't know what the next games are going to look like. I hope Tomiyasu is near coming back. Maybe it means that the likes of Flores might have to play at right back. Maybe Ben White will have to play at I don't know, or left back. I don't know. But
that would be White. White would play right back, and Holding would come into the centre.
Yeah. So
what about him?
Overall, it was a poor game, but with one little nice spark with Eddie kind of showing that, maybe there's something there, but that's it. And I probably would have given him a 6 at most.
So let's go with Ebony because Tony's still working on the digits.
Okay, right. So Rami gets a 5. The goals were not his fault. Maybe he could have done better with the first goal, but nonetheless, all 3 goals were not his fault. Cedric, he gets a 5. He was roasted in the first half by Zaha. Yes, there were times when he came into his own, but he got roasted for the most part. Zaha had him on toast. Ben White and Gabriel, they get a 3. They were both poor in central defense. Tavares, he gets a 2. Odegaard, he gets a 3. He was poor. The whole team were poor. for giving away that penalty, he gets a 3. Partey, he gets a 1. I don't know how many times he gave away the ball to Crystal Palace, but he was just not at the races today. Xhaka, he gets a 1. Saka, for all his little bits of running that he did in the second half, he still gets a 5. Lacazette gets a 0. Smith Rowe, he gets a 4. I'm going to bring in Nketiah. He gets a 7. For what he did in 20-25 minutes compared to what Lacazette did for the whole game. This is why he should have been brought on. This is why he should have started. He gets a 7. Martinelli, he made an impact as well. You can see him doing his little runs and whatnot. He gets a 7 as well. As for Arteta, he gets a 1. I don't know what he's expecting Lacazette to do, but the fact that Lacazette has scored 3 goals for the whole season and he gets £180,000 a week, you might as well give that to my mum. She's 76. She could do a better job. Okay. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is about Arteta and Nketiah as to why he's not starting. And I keep saying it. People seem to agree with the manager. Start Eddie Nketiah. You saw what he did in 25 minutes. He almost set up a goal. He almost scored a curler, and I think he almost scored another one as well. What is wrong with you, Arteta? We have no strikers, and don't start me on Lacazette because Lacazette was poor. How many chances did he have? How many goals did he have on target? None. I don't even know how many times he touched the ball today. He was poor. The whole team were poor. But when you're relying on your star striker to actually make the whole team, but particularly your star striker, sorry, poor. Absolute poor. I'm done.
You're not going to believe this. Andrew says, greetings. Kulke says, Andrew, look what the cat dragged in. Where have you been, bro? And Andrew says, did not watch the game. Andrew, you are my hero. My immediate reaction is, while it's a terrible result, important mindset is on the next match. Yeah, which is what I've said to everybody here. I did say, guys, look, we could lose 2 games, beat Spurs, and still get 4th. So don't get too down. Yes, we lost today. It doesn't. Today's result is not going to define us. We're still in control of our own future. Let's make that clear. We're not sitting down here saying all is lost. Let's just make that clear. Let's just get that out of the way so we can go to bed and leave the stream and still feel hopeful about our chances. Yeah, you sucked tonight. You threw one in the can. You threw Arteta under the bus because from the time you came out, you weren't ready. Yeah, and Arteta, at halftime, we all said he needs to change it, and he did. So he tried to manage. It was damage control, really, because you had no Pepe. Your options were gone. You've now got Partey injured, Tierney injured, probably out for the season. Pepe is not well, and who else was missing today? And Tomiyasu. Yeah. So those are big time players. Tomiyasu, Pepe, Thomas Partey, and Kieran Tierney. You have a thin squad of 18 players, and you're carrying those 4 injuries. So I'm personally not going to dive in and stick my boot in on the team because they're hurting right now. And we've got some very concerning issues, guys, leading into the Brighton game that we need to take care of. Use your energy to focus on praying for the fact that this team can overcome these injuries and these knocks that they're carrying from tonight's game against Brighton at home. All I can say is thank God that Brighton is a home game, and thank God that they're not in great form. Yeah, Brighton are losing to everybody at the moment. So that's my 2 cents on it. That's my comment, really. Vincey's saying this is game management and the reluctance to have players like Sam Nketiah that I agree with. Sambi should never had been taken out the team for Xhaka. Never. But that's my opinion. And Nketiah should have started long before Lacazette had all of these injury. This is what I don't understand. Arsenal fans have always got something to say about Nketiah, but nothing to say about Lacazette. So you would accept, same thing I said to the African Guna about an hour ago, you would accept these performances from Lacazette without even trying another option. That to me is just bonkers. You can't look what Nketiah did in 10-15 minutes. Yeah? Look what he did in that time. Set up 2 goals, set up 2 chances, 2 big chances created, and then hit the woodwork in 15 minutes. And where has Lacazette been for the whole game? How long are you going to continue to carry this on? You're carrying 2 players in this team. And because you're winning and getting results, you're thinking, let me just ride this wave and see how far I can go. It was always going to come to the point where they were going to cost you. And I'm not throwing everything on those 2 players. I'm not putting everything on this performance on those 2 players. What I'm saying is in the games that we were doing well in and those guys did nothing, if you had more adapt players that you were getting something from, wouldn't you have had a better result? Because as Tony mentioned in the Armis, your goal difference is now in the can. Your goal difference in comparison to Spurs is bad. Why? Because you had a striker who can't score, and you've got a guy who's playing in the number 8 position who's completely isolated and barely involved in anything to do with the game. So, look, man, at the end of the day, all is not lost. But if you want to save this season and get into top 4, you have to make some chances. And they're going to be unpopular. But that's what being a manager is all about. You got to go against the grain. Don't be a part of the herd. Yeah? Rafa Benitez did that at Liverpool and he won the Champions League. Yeah? Sometimes you got to do things that are unpopular to get the best result. So I'm putting that out there for you, Arteta. Vincey said you can't make excuses with this with Arteta and his small squad. There's no excuses. There's not a single person making excuses tonight. They all weren't great. Not a single one of them. Nobody gets credit tonight, Vincey. This is from the team was shocking. They let the manager down. Lacazette is shit. That's probably Jimmy. And then he says, on to the next one. Still a long way to go. We knew this was going to be a tough one. Yeah, and they all were tough. Villa was tough. Wolves away was tough. The difference is we overcame those. But how many can you overcome until you finally put in a bad performance? Not, even the best teams have a bad day. Even the best teams have a bad game. So it is what it is. Bertram saying Lack has been playing like he's in mud. Changes needed. 100% agree. Let's go to Neomis. Neomis has been waiting for 2 months. He hasn't been on the stream. And Neomis, did you do your grades, Neomis? I think you did.
Yeah. Mine was short and sweet. Everybody got 4s except.
So was it Tony we was waiting for?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Tony, you got the conch.
I was just listening to my new manager, Patrick Vieira, speaking. Wonderful speaker. Can't wait to see him in my team. I'm gonna go with Neomis. I kind of feel like, you know what, Neomis, you nailed it, bro. Same as Neomis. 4s for everybody.
Yeah, and it's not. Sorry, go on. Ebony, go on.
No. I was just laughing at Tony's response. 4s to everybody, and the way he just cut out there.
Yeah, Tony's just like, look, bro, I wasn't even going to do any player ratings until Vincey stepped up in this joint. Yeah? I wasn't even in the fling numbers.
Nobody performed today. Nobody performed.
Yeah, tonight isn't the night for numbers, man.
Poor.
I'm not going to go as bad as you with the vote on Arteta. Whoever gave Arteta a 2, I'm going to say, you know what? You can only play what you got. And he played what he got. Because if you ask yourself this question, who else could he have played tonight? There was nobody. There was nobody. He could have started in Nketiah over Lacazette. Yep, that's one. So that's it.
He could have put Sambi in for Xhaka.
Yeah.
So I just want to. I did this at halftime. I'm going to do it again. I'm just like, so Ramsdale was nowhere near the goals, and his distribution was shocking. I mean, some of his balls were either short or overhit, and boy. So I'm just going to move on. Cedric Soares, he battled Zaha, but at times Zaha got the best of him, which Zaha will do that to a man. But other times I thought Soares was up for the fight, and also he tried to get forward and help out Saka. He put 3 balls into Saka, and Saka's control just left. Saka was awful today, man. Saka's first touch, like I said, in the whole game. Anyway, I'll come on to Saka in a minute. I'm jumping forward here. Ben White, he just played like, where was the fight? He had no fight in him today, no conviction. I didn't see him fight for any clearances. The physicality was not in his game today. Gabriel, now, I'm going to come out and say it. None of you guys have said it, so I'm going to come out and say it. Kieran Tierney has always been said to just be an above-average player of late. But now he's not there. You can actually see the kind of interlinked cover and the relationship he has with Gabriel, because without Kieran Tierney there, boy, Gabriel was just exposed. I mean, he looked horrendously exposed. And I've never seen him I've never seen him whiff on a kick like that all season. And he just looked, after that, you could see he dropped. He was indecisive, and that's why Lacazette walks up to a player after a mistake and says, bro, you got to keep your head up. Because when a young player makes a mistake like that, your head's gone. We know it. Lacazette knows it. And it's exactly what happened throughout the game. After that mistake, Gabriel was in no man's land. His passing was dreadful. He just looked somebody who was beaten up. Tavares, let's skip Tavares because I don't want to beat up on a young player when he's down. I don't think that's the right thing for me to do. Odegaard, he could not get into the game. It was almost like we know what happened with Liverpool. Klopp put 2 men on him. Vieira did that as well. Look, when you've got the most creative player in the Premier League since November, it baffles me that some of them teams that we play, that the managers don't actually use that tactic. We go away to Villa. Steven Gerrard didn't do it. Yeah, Nuno didn't do it. We got away when we played Leeds, when we played Wolves. None of these teams did it, and that allows Odegaard to play his game. Patrick Vieira tonight was saying, bro, Liverpool had mega luck with this, so we're going to lock him down. They locked him down. He didn't have no space. He couldn't get through any tackles. Everything was tight spaced. Even when he did get the ball, he was rushed. So you wasn't allowed to see his technical level. But that's okay, because what happens when a team does that, and this is like basketball now. Basketball, you have 5-on-5, right? So when you double a player, one man's always going to be free. And hence why I made the point that Martinelli was the open man against Liverpool. Martinelli in that game thrived. Okay, he didn't score and whatever he had, but he had the chances to. He was running at Robinson all day, and he was a star of the show. But that's what happens when you double a man. Someone is going to be free and open to dominate the game, and nobody did that. They locked up Odegaard, and nobody else did anything with the ball. And that brings me to Thomas Partey. Thomas Partey has been the heart and soul of this team in the last 2 months. For me, he's been player of the month in February and player of the month in March. And today, he looked like the Thomas Partey of 2021. Yeah? Because the Thomas Partey in 2022 is a different Thomas Partey. That's a different level. That's a Kante level you're talking about. But today, he looked like Xhaka. I see this man giving the ball away. I see this guy off the pace, no energy, not getting into tackles, horrendously loosely given balls, inaccurate everywhere, just completely heads gone.
But what is it? Was he tired? Was it not match practice? Was it what was it today?
Yeah, I think the long drop off didn't suit them. The thing about winning is a habit, and winning is when you're in your stride, it's a very hard, difficult habit to break, and it builds confidence, it builds momentum. Tonight we saw no momentum, no confidence. So that's what makes the Brighton game on Saturday very, very tricky, because you've got to now gain back that what you've lost from those games, that the 5 away games winning streak that you had. You've got to now work twice as hard to get back to those levels, because you've let your manager down. So you've got to now go and prove to the manager again, and you've got to go out there and show the fans on the other side that you're still in this 4th race. Because Tottenham performed yesterday like they want 4th. We performed today like we wanted to get relegated. But exactly. That's an anomaly. Our form has not been like this. Even when we played against Liverpool, we played well. Even when we played against Man City, we played them off the park.
But the thing
most times when we've lost, we've actually played well.
Yeah, especially against Man City at the Emirates. But I mean, at the end of the day, all this thing about we can afford to lose 2 games. I know what people are saying, but at the end of the day, it's like, I don't want to lose any. And I'm not saying that it is our divine right to win every single game. Of course, we're going to lose at some point. But, at the end of the day, this whole thing whereby you have a window in which you're able to, default. And then I've supported this team long enough to have seen that every single, and I've said this before and I'll say it again, every single time we get into a position where we can actually capitalize, we falter. And yes, we can afford to lose 2 games, but those 2 games could become 3, 4, to the point where we're looking at 8th again. And I'm doing my best to be as optimistic as possible. I'm always trying to be optimistic. I even thought we were going to win today. That's how optimistic I've been.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, do not put yourself in a position whereby, although you're able to lose 2 games and you can afford to lose games, don't put yourself in a position that that 2 could become 4.
Yeah. And that's what makes the Brighton game so important now. If you lose to Brighton, you're literally dead in the water. You're literally treading water. Right now, we're in the boxing ring and we've been cornered. Yeah. And we've still got punches to throw. We've still got a lot of energy. We've still got punches to throw. So we're in the game. We're still in the game, guys. I agree with Vincey. Vince is saying Neomis deserved better on his return. I totally agree.
Yeah? I think Andrew said I was like an albatross. You haven't seen me earlier on. There was a comment. It was like, "Oh, she hasn't seen Neomis in a while. He's a jinx."
And listen, anyway, guys, I was rounding up the players in the first team, so because I didn't talk about them when I did my grades, and I thought, why not talk about them? We get to Granit Xhaka, so I'm gonna do the honors to my right honourable friend Neomis and Ebony, and to give you an unbiased opinion about Xhaka, who I thought was a passenger.
Listen, Xhaka was as bad as everybody else today.
Yeah,
I think. That the same way this is why I gave everyone 4s, because I thought everyone was equally as full. Now, I mean, Xhaka didn't do what he normally does best, was to get sent off, but I think he was the only person in the team today to get a yellow card, which was he was almost there today. But Xhaka, for me, Xhaka just has to go. He's not what we need in this team right now. He himself knows what he can't do, which is why he makes a lot of these silly mistakes. And it's just time to move on. And I hope that Roma come back for him or the club sell him. But I don't think Arteta wants him to go. If you want me to be completely honest, I think that most likely Granit Xhaka will be here next season and will probably start because, like you said, Sambi shouldn't have been dropped unless he had a really bad game. This is what it all comes back to, kind of rewarding players on having good gameplay. And unfortunately, we haven't quite done that when it comes to Xhaka. I really don't know what he's done. And this whole Amazon documentary, I can't wait to see what the Amazon documentary is like, because I know there's going to be at least one episode almost dedicated towards a love fest to grab. I know it. It will probably be the second or third episode talking all about Xhaka.
Them fans hate when I use the term "kiss the ring and bend the knee." They absolutely hate that with a passion. They can't stand it. But Vincey and Andrew were talking about that we're missing a point about Xhaka playing left back. I don't think that's a point. It don't matter where you play him.
Yeah,
in the middle, at the 8, a left back. What's the difference? Someone explain that to me. What's the difference? He's still a passenger. He's a passenger at 8. He's a passenger at the 4. He's a passenger at the left back. Are we missing something here, guys? Cool Case saying, I'm mostly upset with Saka. What happened? What happened with Saka was, again, down to this is the thing, guys. When we normally talk about Arsenal, and I have this conversation with Bertram a lot and with Tony a lot, we're quick to throw Arsenal players under the bus and we give no credit to the other team. And this is why you've heard me mention Vieira and Klopp quite a lot of times today in regards to what they did with Odegaard. Because what Patrick Vieira did to Saka today was very smart. What they did is they funneled the baseline. Baseline means the line that the goalkeeper stands on when he's on the penalty area, all the way up to the corner flag. And if you flood that, what you do is a player can't use the width to go out on the outside. Yeah. What you're doing essentially is you're forcing the player inside early. And because Palace was so stacked, remember, Palace had 20% possession after 70 minutes. They were just sitting back on the lead. So Arsenal was doing all the work. But what they were doing is they was forcing him on the inside where it was congested and you can't do anything there. So this was another tactic that Patrick Vieira was using to nullify the use of Saka. And these are young players. They don't really know how to work outside of that. Some of them do. Some of them are quite smart. But to gain the intelligence at 20 years old, to be out-coached by veteran players, I think it was Bertram that mentioned that it's young, talented players against seasonal talented players. So there's a big difference there. Regardless of skill, you're always going to come up against a wily old fox. And a wily old fox is going to do some dirty tricks. And these are some of the things that our fans have to identify. Exactly the tactic I talked about with Odegaard and the tactic that I talked about with Saka. These are things that are being done to us to stop us from playing. So when we're out there always throwing blame at some players, he's out of half game, why isn't he performing? Sometimes, guys, that is by design. Yeah? A good manager will look at a team's strengths and nullify them. Yeah? And that is something that Patrick Vieira did today to Saka and to Odegaard. So that's the answer to your question on that one. Neomis, what was you going to say?
No. For me, that was it. I just think that he's going to have to use the squad a lot more. And guys like Sambi, we're going to need more. And he might have to also do something that I don't really see him doing much, is that some of these academy players that he has on the bench, some of those might actually have to get a run out and might see what they can do, at least until the end of the season. Because if these injuries are coming thick and fast like this, with Tierney out the rest of the season, Tomiyasu out, if Cedric gets suspended or is just tired, who are you going to put at right back?
Ben White. Ben White's played there before, don't forget. In fact, he played for England at right back in the midweek.
Did he? Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, he played. The first game he played centre back. The second game he played right back.
Okay. Yeah. Our squad is going to be tested. That's really what it comes down to. It.
I mean, let's remember that Palace is a quality team, guys. They had some players missing today. Yeah. Along with Edouard as well, who's one of their leaders, their third highest scorer. And another one of their top players missing. They're a good team, and there's another
with a great manager.
With a great manager, even though he hasn't won the FA Cup yet or anything, but we'll see. There's a difference.
Had to get that one in there. Had to get that one.
What as a player?
No, I mean, look. But he's not a player; he's a manager, isn't he? We're talking about managers. Right? Yeah, we're talking about managers. Is he won the World Cup as a manager, Tony? Come on, let's keep it real.
Oh, okay.
You know, it doesn't matter. You know what I like about the managerial position? He's still got the winner's
medal, though, hasn't he? He's still got the same winner's medal.
So I'm going to carry on talking about managers. Yeah. You know what I like about managers is you can be judged among your peers at an equal level. And if you look at this season, Mikel Arteta's got, what, 3 Manager of the Month awards? So, you know, that tells you this guy's doing an impeccable job with the youngest team in the league. So, look, we're still in it. This message is from Lee. It's from Lee. Lee says, I think even if we had brought our A game tonight, we could still have lost. That's probably the point that a lot of people was making. I thought that this game was a banana slip, but even if we played our best football, then yeah. So I agree with that, Lee. I agree with that. Dust yourself down, bounce back for the run-in. Completely agree. I wish Vincey was on the stream tonight because he's had some really good points on here, and he would have elaborated on them as well, like he always does. Sporty, good point. Good point.
Forgot about that.
And anybody who knows anything about that knows that your energy levels are like.
Yeah.
But good
look
point.
At that. You couldn't not play him because you didn't have any option.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
you had nothing. I mean, to be honest, I would have thrown Amari Hutchinson in because that guy he scores goals, man.
Yeah.
I must admit, he didn't play the last under 23 games, so I'm not really sure if he's got an injury as well. I found it strange that he didn't get a bench place at least.
Yeah, I mean, Vinci says when Eddie starts, we need to play to his strengths. He knows where the goal is. And how many times have I got to say this? He's the hardest working forward line player that we have. When we talk about forward players, yeah, we always seem to put them in the box when we have these conversations. And I always try and take you lot out of the box. Because this guy, I don't think you lot understand how good this player is. When we were playing him...
Dude, I'm going to help you out. Just look at his goals for England this season.
Who's that?
Eddie Nketiah.
How many goals has he scored?
All-time best under 21.
Oh, yeah. He beaten Shearer's record. Yeah.
Alan Shearer's record.
Yeah, beating Shearer's record. But the thing that frustrates me is when we were watching preseason games here and Aubameyang was on the left, and then he was replaced in 2 games with Nketiah, and Nketiah got man of the match, especially in the Rangers game. He was dominating. I know he scored in that game as well. But on the left, everybody was like, huh? I didn't know Eddie can play on the left. He's been playing in an academy for years. If you go to Boreham Wood, my local stadium, and you watch the youth team, you know, you would have known about Smith Rowe, you would have known about Saka, because we talked about all them guys at that point. But Nketiah used to play on the left as well as up front. And he's an adapt winger. He can actually play that hybrid role. Aubameyang can't. Look, a credit to Aubameyang because he was able to score 20 goals when he was stuck out there on the left. But you see Nketiah as a wide player. He's very intelligent. He knows how to link play triangles, make those runs, interlink play. He knows how to do all of that. And I think if he goes to Palace, I think if he goes to Palace next season, that's going to be a treat. They deserve him. Vieira deserves him.
I hope not.
I really hope he goes to Palace. I really do. Because I don't think... I wouldn't want him to go to West Ham. West Ham, for me, isn't his groove. Yeah, I know it's close to where he lives and his parents and all of that, but to me, I think that for me it would be Palace. Would be
if Eddie Nketiah goes to Palace, I will not be amused.
Yeah, it's one of those.
And
things,
that just goes to show that, and it will go to show that Arteta just didn't know what he was doing, where Eddie Nketiah is concerned.
And Andrew hit the nail on the head here. Chelsea got thrashed 4-1, and they just took it on the chin and moved on. I think it's perspective. I think it is. But this game isn't going to define our season. If we get back our winning streak, if we beat If we beat Brighton, beat Southampton, there's 7 games left. And then we got the tough ones. We got the Man Uniteds, we got Spurs away. And that's where things will count. Not this game, guys. No. This game ain't it.
Every game's important.
But, it is, but we blew this one tonight. And it's gone. We can't get it back, Ebony.
Apollo, the problem is that, like, those tough games that you say that's coming out, those are the games that like one of those I expect, quite a lot of those I expect the loss. Like the 2 losses, like I know Man United's playing bad, but like we gotta go to Man United and win, because I don't think we'll get a win at Chelsea.
Yeah,
I think we will.
Yeah, and some people think we've not our record against Chelsea over the last 5 years has been really good. In fact, it's better than Chelsea's record against us. We've beaten Chelsea like 6 out of the last 10 games. Our record against them is really, really good.
I hope that comes to fruition, but I would have put more money on Arsenal to beat Palace today than that game. And that's the reason why I think some people in the chat have been like, yeah, we had to win this game. Because, you know, you want to, if there's any game you be fine about losing, go lose to Man United, go lose to Chelsea. But Brighton, Palace, Southampton, like, it's almost unacceptable.
Well, for me, this game wasn't. For me, this game was a banana slip. This game, a lot of fans were saying this game they're going to slip up because Palace is that good.
I heard that as well.
But I wouldn't say that against Brighton, and because we're at home, that's another reason. Okay. And Southampton is not even. Do you rate their managers? Do you rate their players? No.
Well, they got Walcott.
Ward-Prowse.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. He's injured at the moment.
Ward-Prowse.
He's got a tremendous. Yeah, he's a tremendous free kick taker. So, so guys, that's it, man. We can do closing comments, and I just don't want the fan base to get too down on themselves because there's a lot of football left to play, and this game, losing this game, does not mean Arsenal are not going to make the top 4. That's a fact. But if you lose against Southampton or Brighton, you could be in trouble. And the more games you slip up in, the more importance it is against Chelsea, Man United, and Spurs. Those are your FA Cup finals. But my biggest concern right now is the injuries. I don't like what I'm seeing because since the turn of the year, we've not really had anything at Tomiyasu. All of a sudden now we've got 4 players that are hurt. That's not good. That's not good when you've got a squad of 18.
We got to patch it up somehow. Just put some sticky tape, some blue tack together and get it done. Just get over the line.
We'll beat Brighton on Saturday.
Yeah. I got Michelle, my cousin. Michelle's coming to me with me to that game, and I'm gonna have to dress up because I'm going to Robert Glasper in Hackney in concert. One of my favorite musicians. You guys probably know who he is, the pianist from Philadelphia. So he's coming over. And so I'm going to see him straight after the game. So I'm going to be enjoying that game because it's been a while since I've been to a game with my cousin. Sure, it's been a while. So guys, closing comments. Let's go around the clock. Tony, what's your thoughts? What's your last thoughts about tonight?
Guys, bad day at the office. Hopefully, have a little drink tonight. Calm your nerves. Relax. Take a deep breath. Don't go overboard and think this is it. It's a disaster because it ain't a disaster. It's still in our own hands. We can overcome this. As Apollo started the show with, we had 2 opportunities to lose and we could still come forth. So, bad night at the office. Let's come again at the weekend and let's get this back on the roll again.
Ebony,
week, everybody.
As the song goes, dust yourself off and try again. Like I said, I think we'll beat Brighton on Saturday. It's a home game. We cannot lose on Saturday, and we cannot lose subsequent games now. Every single game from here on in is important. So let's look forward to Saturday. Let's look forward to a win. And let's try and secure 4th place.
Before I go to Neomis, Andrew says, I missed live commentary. Did Neomis pelt anything?
No, I did not.
Oh God. Last comments from I really miss Bertram, you know. I even tuned into the coach's desk the other night hoping to see him there. But Bertram, I just to let you know, Bertram, I'm trying my hardest to try and get out to see you in September this year. I'm trying to get out to New York. The only problem is I'm going to be in Hungary for the Hungary Grand Prix for a week, which I've just paid for. So I've got to sort that out. With any luck, me and my wife will be over and come down to New York in September. So hopefully I'll get out there and spend some time with you, some proper quality time, because it seems like we haven't met up in a while now. Bertram says, we have overachieved this year, so hopefully we'll recover from this performance and move forward. Agreed. And Bertram's saying, yeah, we should be there. Andrew is saying, tell Ebony I warned Ramsdale off. Oh Lord. Vince is saying put your pitchforks, not garden forks away, man. Pitchforks. And we can still do this. Agreed. Neomis, really good to see you back, man. What's your closing comments, bro?
Well, first of all, I'm really happy to be back. I really miss you guys, and just being a part of like talking about Arsenal. Like I realized being out here, like I'm really away from everything. So like I find myself like watching all of the streams like from start to finish, just because I'm so out of the loop with everything. But it's good to be back, and unfortunately it started out with a loss. But I think Tony said it correct. You know, it's still in our hands. Like it's just what top four could really get us. Honestly, I'd have been happy with 7th. But if we get top four, it really could mean something for Arsenal to get back in, or at least start the process to get back to where we once were under Arsene Wenger. So I really hope we get it. Let's try to stay positive, and I do think we have to beat Brighton, and I think we will beat Brighton. And let's just go up and do it. And no, I'm not a jinx, as I see Andrew there. I would leave the stream until we win and then come back so we can celebrate together.
Imagine we've had all those results where he's not been here.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Leave the stream. I swear. Get the win and come back.
So we got another closing comment from Sporty Jordan. It says the thin squad is going to nip us in the butt. Everyone clear out your schedule for Thursday night football. Yeah, I have to agree about that.
Optimism, young man. Optimism.
I do want to say one thing though, guys. I'm really proud. Forget the guys in the chat. You guys on YouTube are studs. Every game in, game out, you're always there with us. And 101 is a community like that. Yeah, we don't need all of this glitz and glamour and everything. All we need is each other. So I really want to thank you guys in the chat before I talk about the next subject, which is Facebook. The game threads are for just this. It's for your comments interacting with us, and it hasn't been used as well. And I've talked to Vinci about it. I've talked to Michelle about it. Sometimes a lot of people are posting in other places in the forum where we can't see your comments. And I have to say, I'm really happy with the commitment in the forum today. 29 people have commented and 113 comments in the game thread, which I can't remember. Sometimes it's just G, Michelle, Jimmy, Bobby Borman, James Hanbury's in there sometimes, Gary is in there. So sometimes it's like a handful of 5 or 6, 7 people. But to see nearly 30 people in the game chat today, congratulate. Oh, and not forgetting you, Randolph, as well. Randolph Richards, not forgetting you. But it's really good to see you guys using the game thread for what it's supposed to be, because I can't see your comments anywhere else. Unless you're on YouTube and unless you're on Facebook, I can't see your comments. So thank you. Andrew said, I made defect to AFTV. Yeah, that's where they use all that language. We don't really try to use that here, bro. So, yes, too much drama over there. And Vince is saying, great show tonight, family. So, guys, listen, thank you, everybody. Is there anybody that has one more thing to say before we go?
Yes, me. So I just want to say, guys, don't forget on Friday, at 10 o'clock, the Premier Review Show. We will be back this weekend coming up. We've got a lot to cover. Apollo wasn't available on Friday, but we had a lot to talk about. So it's all kind of stacking up, ready for the next show. This Friday coming, 10 p.m. on the usual platforms. We'll be going through what's gone on in the Premier League as well as elsewhere. So look out for that show. It's normally pretty good.
Excellent, guys. And it's a shame that we had to ban that Spurs fan, which I've just sent a notification off to YouTube, because that's what that is for, is to get everybody in there so we can talk some banter. So listen, guys, go on Uggy Pitney. Take your time, get a nice little piece of rum, take it to bed with you and drink and have a good night's sleep. And we'll catch you guys on the next one, man. Peace out, everybody.
Take care, guys.